about this girl that had my love. You see, I went away for a while and she gave my love away. And I really shouldn't blame her, but now that is a stranger. Baby.
It's called King of Hearts. I released it in July.
Oh, my birthday month.
And it's very, very grand and regal. You know, a lot of the sessions took weeks at a time.
Yeah.
We brought in horn sections. We brought in string quartets.
Yeah.
Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Young Jeezy, Andre 3000, Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
R. Kelly,
Yeah.
Carrie Hilson, K9.
Shame, girl, and that's a shame. Who the hell you been giving my loving to, girl? Tell me where that loving goes. 'Cause it don't feel the same no more. That loving, yeah.
No, I think it was a challenge and I was up for it. You know, obviously once you do something for so long, you long for different ways
Yeah.
to get out your message. And you know, the one that I really wanted to focus on the last album was more of a live feel, more instrumentation. I played the piano on the track. So just, you know, really just pushing myself.
My everything.
I guess she's feeling kind of freaky lately. It's such a shame, 'cause not a loving shame. She used to squeeze me, grip me tight enough so she could please me.
No, I think I wanted it to look as natural as possible, but to have a regal visual kind of feel,
Yeah.
which is why I brought the throne in. But I don't want to over-exaggerate it and put on a hat and all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So I just kept it pretty cool and just kind of chilled in the chair, lean, you know, a little gangster.
That loving now. You see, it was on some old one-of-a-kind type issue, baby. I can't believe this chick. How you gonna do me like this?
Almost a good almost a year and a half now.
Yeah.
And for many reasons, but one of the main reasons was to do something special for someone else. And I gave it to charity. When I cut it, I gave it to locksoflove.org.
Others built on me. You the primer on the line, being green box when I couldn't afford. Clean socks scooting across the floor in your grandmama house. Hand on your mouth. You yap too much about the penny Annie. This mechanic so uncanny. X-Men. Your ex-boyfriend should thank me that I took you off his hands. No, I can bring another beach to the sand. And no, I am well aware that you...
Cupid is a song about love and all the optimism that it brings, the feeling of what may last forever. You know, just all of the great things about love in the early stage.
You think I don't remember? The magazine got to your head. Now somebody you don't need, no, got you in bed. Bet you but it don't need, no, you don't like red. It was the future. Nah, future's dead.
I thought a had 9 lives, man.
I loved it, but you know, I wanted to just come up with a title that was a little bit more universally appealing, a little less scary, and so dedication to my ex seemed a good way to make it sound good.
When I see it.
She gave away all my bitch. That love, my love, good love.
Well, I don't know how you get Andre on your song. I think you just have to be in the zone. You have to make something that's good enough to move him a little bit. Obviously, you know, he's very selective. And I think once you are so successful at what you're doing, you look for other outlets for your energy, your creativity, which, you know, he's more into films and fashion and stuff like that. But occasionally, he'll hear something that shakes him up a little bit, then he'll come out of hiding. I was actually in the studio with K9 when we recorded, and the whole time we was there, we talked about everything. We talked about where he's from in Somalia. We talked about where I'm from in the South. We talked about, you know, our musical aspirations, where we wanted to be, where we saw ourselves. We talked about the funny things that happen, you know, throughout the week. We just kicked it. He put me up on some new kind of tea. But yeah, just that session, World Cry, was probably one of my fondest memories. And anytime I work with Bruno, we always do no work and just laugh and just have fun all day.
The night I crawl, when I fall, I'm headed over there. You better be prepared for pulling on your head. No kidding, no tripping, my dog and your kid, my head.
Dedication is basically, it's reminiscent to an earlier time, like the 60s. It has that James Brown kind of soul swing. And the approach to the record was very much so like how they would record it back in the day without auto-tune. We tried to do as many all the way full run-throughs as possible without having to cut and punch and paste. And it was as organic as possible. No, you know, I'm really into people, you know, and I've had the pleasure of traveling all over the world, even to Africa, and just being able to connect with the people that's there. Most of the time, you know, you kind of stay in your hotel room, and you have your security guards around, you don't really want to be bothered, but me, I like to just walk the streets.
I told you, see my soldier, yeah, you don't be the boss. Every day of the week I floss. Look, off-white rocks, no denim. Off-white drop, no rim. Yeah, top down in the winter. Say I ball too hard, sports center. I'm in the club with my ice out. Sound start blowing on my iPhone. Like, where you at? Where you been? What you doing tonight? Can you hit it again?
It's all for love. It's all just to say, hey, what's up? We love you. And, you know, from traveling, I've been able to see many things. I've been able to see what it's like to be impoverished, not only in my own neighborhood, but abroad. I've seen the destructions of wars. Broken families, you know, the families where the father may not be there, the mother's on drugs or whatever the case may be. And what's funny is that no matter where you're from or what language you speak or what color you are, there's always these similarities to our stories. And World Cry was just basically me saying I hate to see anybody cry. You know, I hate to see the world cry. And if it was up to me, I would wipe them from their eyes.
Goes your way, and when you're in love.
You know, I grew up in Atlanta, but I was born in New Orleans. And Hurricane Katrina, you know, had really affected my family. And, you know, I just always wanted to do something kind of in memory of that. But the crazy thing is there's always something going on. There's always a war, and there's always protests. They're protesting right now in New York and in London, and earthquakes. And I think it was just my way to show people that I care, and it's bigger than me, and I'm aware of that. For you. Who inspires me? Just people. You know, people on the street, people I see every day, people I knew growing up, my family. You know, my grandpa is like one of my biggest inspirations. My family, my brothers, they're hilarious. And I'm also inspired by mistakes that I've made along the path of being here. You know, I've made a few, but they're all learning experiences and they build character. I got brothers. I got 3 brothers.
Yeah.
And sometimes more, depending on who's in the neighborhood. And we're all competitive. We all like sports.
Yeah.
We always find something to compete about, whether it's bowling or basketball or just really who's the coolest, you know.
It's that new fly right here. Yeah, all I think about. I'm gonna look you dead in the eyes in front of everybody, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna start talking about it. Let's go.
The song Second Chance is inspired by what I've gone through and the triumph of the human spirit, as it describes what a lot of people in this whole world is going through today, looking for a second chance. I've been given a second chance to bring love back to the world through the voice of my music. Being signed to Interscope Geffen, my second chance into the music industry started right there. When they gave me a chance to come in and record music again. And so I sat down and I wrote that song with Meech, and we tried to put the words down as best we could in a song, because it's hard to do that sometimes in a 3 or 4 minute song. But I feel it speaks to sentiments of not only my heart, but a lot of hearts across the world.
'Cause I can't get you out of my mind, girl. I could just look at you all day long. Your beautiful smile, I just can't go wrong. If only you didn't have to leave.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required.
The way I write songs, and it's very much the same way I wrote Second Chance, I usually sit down on the piano and I get inspired with chord changes and melodies. And then sometimes the title will just come out of nowhere. And Second Chance did just that. And I knew right then and there that this is what this song was going to be about, my second chance.
Relax and chill with me. Let's not leave the house today. I just wanna lay with you. Put your body close to mine. Room service will be on the way. I just wanna.
When I stepped in front of the microphone again, oh man, it had been such a long time. I was very nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was hoping that it was going to be, like they say, riding a bicycle. It'll all come back to you again. And it did. I opened up and I felt that anointing. It was still there, and I felt the presence of God right there with me in front of that microphone. And I knew that it was still meant for me to do this. I had no idea what was going to happen, whether I was going to be a success story or whether it was just going to be a sympathetic thing. Well, he tried to come back and good luck to him, but it didn't work. But I knew I had to try. And all of the respect that I'm getting from my musical peers, all of the love that I'm getting from my fans, it's just evident that God wants me to do this.
Let's hope it rains so we can just stay in. 'Cause I just wanna lay with you. I could just look at you all day long. With beautiful smile, I just can't go wrong. If only you.
It's overwhelming the way I feel right now, having been nominated for 2 Grammys. Oh, wow. It just goes to show you that the all-American way. Good hard work, focus, keeping the faith, and prayer. It works.
You didn't have to leave. We could relax and just chill in the sheets. As I leave the house today, I just wanna lay with you. Put your body close to mine.
I got out of prison. I wanted a second chance. I've been given a second chance. And in the same year that I started working on my album, it hasn't even been 6 months, and I'm nominated for 2 Grammys. That's awesome. I'm pretty much the same kind of guy that I always have been. At a very early age, I think I was a mature child. I learned how to take things in stride. I think I would have taken it very well then. I don't think I would have been as grateful then as I am now, having gone through what I've gone through. This is awesome to be able to be nominated for 2 Grammys after all I've been through.
I don't wanna go from here. Oh, baby, kissing your neck while you're sleeping. As I leave the house today, I just wanna lay with you.
My personal goals musically is to do music that will make people feel good, music that I can love and everybody else can love it along with me. That's pretty much it. It's just that simple.
Yeah, baby, I'm sure this will be on the way. I just wanna lay with you. Cause I can't get enough of your girl. As I leave the house today, I just wanna lay with you.
I believe the music is the voice of God. And I think that people really, especially nowadays, just want to feel good. And I want to accomplish that. I want to bring R&B, pop music, just music, all kinds of music to the forefront and to where it's just feeling good again.
I just wanna lay with you, baby. Oh, yeah. Baby, I just wanna lay with you. I wanna lay with you, baby. Lay with you. I just wanna lay right here.
To my fans, thank you so much for making this happen for me. I'm nominated for 2 Grammys because of you. Thank you so much. Love you.
You could be my new girl. You could be my new girl. You could be my new girl. Out with the old in with the new girl.
I used to make my beats on Fruity Loops, like two, yeah. And I don't even produce like that. That's the thing. Like when I made You're a Jerk, that was like my third beat I ever made. I just went on YouTube and like searched how to make beats and yeah.
She ain't gon' tie me down. Why you on the road? Buying all the shirts, all the hats, all the clothes. What you want right now? What up right now? I think you need to close your mouth, cause you ain't gon' tie me down. Tie me down, tie me down. You ain't gon' tie me down.
It was like 4 years ago, and at the moment, at that time, like the type of pants, the skinny jeans we was wearing in Cali, they was like real big at the time, you know. So yeah, and we was young.
Everybody was doing it.
You said you kinda trippin', like, who the hell is this bitch? Looking a hot mess, what you fell for this chick? You know we got problems and you failed to fix it. I'm like, you need to go somewhere else with this shit, because I ain't gon' put up with you. Talking about how she make you uncomfortable. Shit, I'm only 17 and
yeah, so we was like swagging out in those. Everybody in LA was wearing them, and we was like, yo, you know, we gonna try something crazy. You know, we just gonna call our album based it on our lifestyle, you know. So we just called it Skinny Jeans and the Mic, cause that's all we did. Like we wore it. It was fashion and music.
What up right now? You need to close your mouth, cause you ain't gon' tie me down. Tie me down, tie me down. You ain't gon' tie me down. I'm not gonna make a scene, but you can't tell me.
That's the new movement we got, Too Cool to Care. We got a PSA for it. You know, it's just a lot of it's a different album with a lot of collective music, a lot of creative music. We took our time. It's well produced by like bigger artists and stuff. It's a lot different from the first project. Y'all gonna be psyched.
Come to my shows, be very supportive. Just showed me a camera in my show recorded. It was nice. I'm surprised that you still standing here. As you know, I'm a man and I have no fears. I'ma start from the top. Girl, this ain't no love, and I'm a new boy, girl. So
she ain't gon' tie me down. Why you on the road? Buying all the shirts.
We just like we said, like. We like trying new things, you know.
We traveled the world a lot.
And we listen to a lot of different type of music too. So we get influenced by not only rap, but rock music, indie music, you know what I'm saying? Any type, you know? So we just like trying new stuff. It's a really fun, high energy, positive, you know, just well put together album. It's not like, it has a lot of different like genres of music, you know, but it's not all over the place. It still all fits together.
You're a jerk. I know. 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 You're a jerk. You're a jerk. No boy. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. No boy. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. No boy.
Cataracts are awesome. They're real cool dudes, you know, like from Cali, real chill, Dev, same thing. So we was like, we all from the West Coast, and we might as well collaborate and do something, you know?
Right, and it happened just like that, backseat.
With it. Got my eyes shut, closed like Rocky hit it. Got your girl on my swag, she loving them jerking songs like a new iPod. Just touch it to turn her on, and when the bass start beating in the waist, I'm beating. Done, I got on my way, I'm leaving. She like, where you going? I ain't got my shoes in first. I said, it's none of your concern, and she yelled, you're a jerk.
Tough Kids is the first track on the album. You know, that was just like a stand-up song, letting everybody know like who we are, just bringing the rock personality out of us. And we were just having fun with that track. We Tough Kids. I mean, mess with us. What's the deal?
Real jerk, you love me for this stuff. To the whole party heard it, but all I could hear was wah, 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 wah.
You're a jerk.
Why you tripping? I ain't even do nothing.
You're a jerk.
I'm a jerk. You ain't never lied, but hey, do me a favor. Call me jerk one more time.
You're a jerk.
I know.
You're a jerk.
I know.
You're a jerk.
I know.
I mean, I used to always write. I mean, I used to write since I was 8 years old. And when I met him around like 14, he had a studio at his house. And I went to his house and we started cutting a couple tracks. And We had a couple. We had a lot
No,
of tracks.
I read that one of you guys produce your own tracks.
Yeah.
Bass real hard and I stay geeked up. Never been a retard. Got a new boy swag and this here for y'all. So they gotta keep it separate like the Jim Crow laws. I'm a beast, I'm a king, and I guess I'm a jerk. And I go through big problems cause your boy here flirt. Man, you call me about it with your little jerk lines. And you say you brought it up, but the jerk is mine. You see.
No, matter of fact, it was Man and then Audio Push, you know what I'm saying? Those two, they were like the first people to ever make the songs. Man, he did do it with the Buzzin' soundtrack. I mean, the Buzzin' record, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, they made the track, and then we heard the Push and stuff. We was like, yo, this is tight. Yeah. And then we started singing and dancing around. We was like, this is dope, and we started doing it. So we made a song about it too. And that just happened to be the one that, like, you know, yeah, it happened to be the one that hit. Audio Pushes definitely blew up too. That was a huge song.
I know. You're a jerk. I know. You're a jerk. I know. You're a jerk. Hey.
Oh, shouts out to Audio Push, man. They always around in the studio when we be in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just they two chill people just like us. You know, they always trying to party.
Yeah.
The song one of the songs is called what is this?
They got Girls Are Like Astronaut Love,
Okay.
and then Girls Are Like Buses.
Yeah, like this.
Hey, yo, bro. Hey, man, what you want me to do now?
Man, don't even trip, I got it.
All right, for sure.
Song fall. Below the dime. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do 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 do. Yeah.
Here we come, yo. Here we go. Here we come, yo. Here we go. Here we come, yo. Here we go. What's going on now? Here we come, yo. Here we go. Bust the rhymes. Here we go. Flip mode. Here we go. Neptune. Here we go. Once again. Here we go.
Come on, guess who's back in town? Chicken, get on the dance floor and put your on down.
I mean, I'm a fan of what I do and I love my job, so, you know, that's probably the primary driving force for the way I think, you know, pretty much everything transpires for me creatively. But I think the people just got a different kind of connection with me.
That's
like,
true.
Beyond like the way the music sounds, it's a feeling thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think at the end of the day, as long as the people can connect with you and they can feel that what you're giving off is genuine, I think that's the biggest part of it all.
See how we making you black and the party up and keep the DJ bringing it back. I'm saying, all over the track, man. Pardon me, as I come back. All over the track, man. Pardon me, as I come back. All over the track, man. Pardon me.
I think that has to be done every, you know, couple of years. I think that you have to, you know, always keep in mind that the kids that were once 10 years old, that are now 14 and 15 years old, you know, and they're able to hang out and go to parties as opposed to have to being, you know, ones that have to stay home under the supervision of an adult and not really be able to be out past a certain hour. You know, they're now able to go and hang out. They're now able to go and be at the hot spots, and they're now able to be, you know, more in tune with just the element of the nightlife. You got to kind of figure out things in a lot of different aspects, and I think with the music, and particularly, you know, at that age, you get a new appreciation for life overall, and music is a primary reflection of what life is about. Life is also a reflection of art. And music is art, and which is one of the biggest art forms in the world right now. I think that, you know, the introduction is not only something that always happens every couple of years, but I think it's a necessary thing that has to happen not only for the artist, but for the consumer. So it's something that's a collective effort. I definitely try to do things and raise the bar and set a standard creatively so that,
Yeah.
I can make sure that I'm being noticed and acknowledged and unquestionably loved
Yeah.
by the new consumer.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing vice versa. They dedicate themselves as new fans and become new appreciative people of your work.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure that, you continuously deliver so that you can continuously have their committed love and dedication and devotion to what you do. It always feels great, you know what I'm saying? I mean, one of the things that we do this for is to make sure that, we leave a legacy that's gonna be honored and respected by, the ones that come after us, you know what I'm saying? Especially, the superstars that come after us.
I'm through this motherfucker, we always taking a round. So let me do this. Know when we come, we be making it fly, the way we making it hot, to make it up, we wanna stop. Get money and cash that check for me. All my people just bust your check for me. Everybody from every club, bang your head till you break your motherfucker neck for me.
Just let me give you real sweet to ride in your we clap your seat, rewind this heat, keep bouncing up and down these streets. So nod your
The fact that you can still be just as hot, if not hotter than, whatever else might be the hot thing, and the hot artist and the hot record and just the hot phenomenon. You want to always be able to be looked at as a respected fellow comrade or a respected icon or just a respected peer.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's always an honor and a blessing to be acknowledged in that way.
I said down, come on. In the daytime or the night when you creeping along and just bang this in the truck while you break your nigga motherfucker, try to figure my flow. See the way we come right through. When we come right through, we be always blowing the spot again and again to make it just really wanna stop. Better tell your crew, your peeps, so much better put they troops on. And gotta up your soldier, you know you better keep.
Nah, I was never really a singer.
Yeah.
I just would, if I got an idea in my head and I want to hear it right away, because sometimes when I'm being creative, I don't have the patience to have to look for someone to do certain things for me.
That's true, yeah.
So when I'm making a song, if there's a singing part or a melody that I'm hearing in my head, and I'm thinking that a real professional singer, a real credible R&B artist, or just someone that can hold a note, for that matter, I'd rather have that at my disposal all the time, but I don't always have that at my disposal. So, with that being said, instead of waiting around until I can find someone that has the ability to sing it properly, I'll give it a shot.
I survived the worst, but my life is glorious. Better know that I leaped every hurdle and I'm so victorious. Take a look, I'm a symbol of greatness now, you can call me Morpheus. As for securing the win, but to believe I'm so notorious. You know that I've been by my bread, even though we rapping now.
I'm not as threatened by my competition outside of myself as much as I am, always consciously trying to keep my eye on myself as my own competition. I just like to make sure that I always try to, make sure that I put the next foot that I'm gonna step forward, the best step forward. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's not really like a science or some brain surgery. You do something this way, you look at it 1,000 times until you get the next opportunity. You realize after a while that after seeing it 1,000 times, there's probably a different way you could take that next step that you didn't get to take in that way before. So that's pretty much it.
Pathetic. Had all the pieces to that puzzle, just no way to connect it. I was fighting through every rhyme, tightening up every line, never resting the question if I was out of my mind. It finally came time to do it or let it die. So we put the chips on the table and told them to let it ride. Singing, yeah, together we made it.
See, we did it.
We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall.
Come on.
Forever we waited, and they told us we were never gonna get it, but we took it on the road, on the road, on the road.
In the presence to this thing and it's true. On the road. Ride with me.
It's a combination of a lot of different things. I mean, you know, people's availability is always the most difficult thing to get through.
True. That's
Especially
true.
when you're messing with the caliber of female artists that I've had the blessed opportunity to work with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to name some, you know, the beautiful Mariah Carey and Janet Jackson and the incredible Erykah Badu.
Using my muscle, son, to counting money like Dre and Jimmy and Russell Wines. But now I live what I dream. You see, we finally did it. Let's make a toast to the hustle, regardless how you get it. Sing it. Together we made it. You see, we did it. We made it even though we had our backs up against the wall. Come on. Forever we waited. And they told us we were never gonna get it, but we took it on the road. On the road.
You know, I've definitely been fortunate, but
Which one was your favorite though?
those three were my favorite at the times that they were done.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say that any of them are like my favorite more than the other now.
Yeah.
But at those times when they were getting done,
Mhm.
if you would have asked me what was my favorite between the Erykah Badu record and the Mariah record, I probably would have said the Mariah record because that was the record that was the newest one at the time.
Now, every single time I get up in the building and I touch it and I get it poppin', you can never stop it. And I love it, got 'em bugging and they wondering how my nigga does it when I black it every hood and every street and then I flood it. Making every DJ wanna bring it back and then they rub it, making other niggas stopping, ain't no food up in the cover. See the way I got them skidding, now I got a nigga running from the wood. I be getting on the beat and I be damning, Shit, I wanna see y'all do that on YouTube. Let me dibble in the dabble with the flow, let me show you niggas how I really mix it up. Yep.
When I did the Erykah Badu record, if you would have compared that between, you know,
Janae.
that and Janae, when it's a party on the coming,
Yeah.
I would have said, you know, Erykah Badu and me, the one record. But, you know, it's the same thing. When I did It's a Party with Janae, you know, there wasn't nothing that could come close to me, in my opinion, as far as, you know, male and female collaboration.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's pretty much how it usually works. You always are biased to your latest and greatest hit.
That's true.
Clap, 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 let's go! Okay, come around, so me put it down just a little bit. Ball on them heavy, y'all already know exactly what to do. Somebody better get the crown when the nigga spit. Hurry, make sure you polish it a little before you bring it to me while I lock it down with another hit. You're ready. And you ain't even gotta ask when you already know another banger's what you're gonna get. Yeah. Better bounce when the nigga say so, it's like magic when a nigga spit pressed out. And if you're really with me and you're ready, let's go. Ride with a nigga like Rihanna Metro. Y'all already know I kill anyone, anywhere.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Would you believe me if I told you? Will you believe me when I say affairs of the heart together?
Well, we just respect each other's music. I got a chance to work with him on his last album, and we always wanted to continue work, keep doing stuff, so this is it.
Darling, your love is life-saving. You always catch me when I fall. When the tour bus drop off and all light lock off and I'm a mere mortal again. Promoter belly full and all the fans gone home. I'm glad that you're more than a friend. And when your love is life-changing, and I couldn't be the same without you, darling. Your love is life-saving. You always catch me when I fall. There's people just like you and me, we pass them in the traffic that never fall in
Well,
love.
the palette for African music has really grown over the time working on this project, because the project is themed with Africa involved in it. And you know, went on a search to listen to different African songs to look for samples and stuff like that. So we actually learned a lot about African music and working on this project. You know what I say? You have like even what I'm a fan of, for example, and you have a offering from Ethiopics, which is like almost like it's a volume of different artists from Ethiopia from back in the days, you know what I say? So like that has various different artists. Mulat is included in it also, along with many others, you know what I mean? So I'm a fan of that whole series.
Of the heart, together we've grown. Things fall apart. All I want you to know, woman, your love is life-changing. And I wouldn't be the same without you, darling. Your love is life-saving. You always catch me when I fall.
But really, when you're making a song, I don't think that's not really what's on your mind. You know what I mean? It kind of really come off of, pardon me, come off of listening to different music and being a fan of different music. You know what I say? So that is really where that come from, being a fan of many different genres.
You're genuine because you love sincerely. You never let me down, not even nearly, not even barely. Girl, you know I love you bad. Some to the laughter and don't see the tears. Some to the courage and don't see.
First of all, I gotta say, I'm impressed by you knowing the samples of these records. Like,
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. I mean, yeah, it's an honorable thing, I think, when you're talking about when people sample us now. Yeah, that's what hip-hop has always been. It's always been scratching in different records, old records, and other people's records into your stuff, and then you just do your thing with it, you know what I mean? So it's good. Sample me all you want, I love it, you know what I mean? I got discounts for rappers.
Notice when you see me and no crew out with some massive and full up a ghetto youth and every man a fi a make cash. Hold it steadfast, give it your best shot. Jungle set up shot, Maxfield set up shot, Balrow set up shot, Chisley set up, Seaview set up shot, Southside set up shot, Fury, man and young man them get together and a Pilana set up shot, Tower set up shot, Tel Aviv set up shot, Cavern set up, Waterhouse set up shot, Trenchtown set up shot, yes a river and a study and a get still, no boy can't broke shot, no pickpocket up at the talk shop, no juvenile up at the Doctor boy can't this is school youth up at the bus stop.
Music that's saying something, music is, I've been up on songs that you'd be surprised of the people that I listen to, that records that caught my ear, that I don't normally listen to, but I just caught it one time. And so with this album, I feel it's the same way. It's for, you know, whoever. You know, it doesn't just have to be hip-hop. Of course, I want hip-hop fans rock with it, reggae fans rock with it, but it's not just there. It's like everybody can get in, you know what I mean? Everybody can check it out and everybody can get to it. So I think when we worked on the album, made the theme Africa, people know what it is already. You know, they already expect it to be something different than what I normally do, what D normally does.
Enough merchandise back up in a truck back. Still I spend money from a man I sell wax. Streets that are true file me income tax. Big tongues hill off in me bank book fat. Come off in me yard it decorate with plaques. For the max. Full base set up shot, off base set up shot, up base set up shot, sentence base set up, Falmouth set up shot, Carindan set up shot. Me say Ocho Rayos get together and a big tourist but I'm a set up shot. Newport set up shot.
First of all, I must tell you still that, you know, even on my first albums, coming up the line, that I always work hand in hand with my brother Steven, you know, in production. And practice, you know, you try different things. You know, it still all goes back to really like what I like to listen to. You know what I mean? I like to make music that me and myself would like to listen to. You know what I mean? And as like I said again, on this project we really try to take a unique approach, whereas, you know, try to be as creative as possible. We didn't really want the thing to be typical Nas, typical Damien, you know? So it really, you know, come up with a whole new almost sound on this project where you really don't even know quite where to place it, you know what I mean? But I think, you know, that's what music is really all about. Music is a free thing and it doesn't always have to be something that you can classify, you know what I say? So we just make music that sound good. And I wanted to add to also to the question that you asked before about the 15-year-olds, is that, you know, you shouldn't really underestimate a 15-year-old enough time, because I even remember when I was 15 and hearing different kind of music, you know? 15-year-olds see themselves as big people, almost, you know what I mean? So you can't underestimate the youths, you know, more time, you know, they get what's available. And nothing is wrong with a lot of what's available. It make, you know, it's good music, make you feel good. You party, you sing with it, you dance with it, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that if something else is made an option for them that they wouldn't like it, you know what I mean?
It's alright, say she wants my loving all night. When she get it, she'll be alright. She says she wants my loving all night, yeah. When she get it, she'll be alright. Well, now she calls me on the phone and says she's home alone. And she wants me to come over to make her house alone. Well, I gave it to her once, and I like how she responds. Well, now I'm in trouble, yeah.
Better really just people start doing for themselves. As we always say, we don't really claim to have all of the answers, but we claim to want to learn and we claim to want to speak about it and communicate. It's not really a one person thing, it's an everybody thing, you know what I mean? So we're not pretending like we know everything, you know?
I mean, for me, it was a crazy experience because where the conversations when the mics were off were about, when it was about the music and the direction, Damien would have already have come up with an idea that was so far away from what I was thinking, but in the direction that I wanted to be in. And then I'm sitting in, I'm in the studio with a Marley. So a lot of ideas were already in place by him and Steven, his brother Steven, and just good energy in the studio all day long. And we just locked in.
Maybe it was, you know what, maybe something off of this album too, Africa Must Wake Up would be another one. One of those two kind of like, you know, one of them kind of tune there.
With hip-hop music, we tend to big up a lot of legends for whatever reason they're legends, because in hip-hop music the lyrics are always about who's the best or who's the baddest, who's the most hard, who's not having it. So when I chose names like that, it had a different meaning other than me taking on that persona. It was just, it went along with the rap. When the raps were about gangster lifestyle or about things that I grew up seeing and reading about and around.
This melody, your girlfriend. Some boy not know this. Them only come around like tourists on the beach with a few club sodas, bedtime stories, and pose like them name Chuck Norris. And don't know the real hardcore, cause sandals are no back to. The thugs them we do where them got to. And won't think twice to don't make them spot you. Unless you carry a lot to. A beer tough king come at you. When trench town man stop laugh and block off traffic.
Then you take it all the way. You don't play with it, you take it straight to the top. Like how Biggie would say he was Frank White, the king of New York, or how this one does it like that. But I'm Nas at the end of the day. All of those aliases is just hip-hop like little nicknames. And Nostradamus was cool because it was around the year 2000, and that was some of Nostradamus' last predictions. Well, I think around that time, to end the world was supposed to go through a lot around that 2000 time. So when I dropped that album, it had all of that stuff caught up. Sometimes I get into that stuff, you know, and it just, and I put it in my music, you know, it's just having fun, having a good time.
Someone who like the champagne I like. My A like someone to talk me off the bridge any day or night. She teach me how to live, she ain't afraid of life. Not easily impressed with the rich and famous life, cause she done been there and heard all the rumors before. She love art, she ride out.
There's a lot of things that we are already been prepared to do. You know what I mean? We want this album to feel like something we can give back with. It got out there. We didn't want to put that out there. I spoke on it early on, just excited about doing the record. But you know, we're just now looking at things to do, you know, with our, with the work we're putting in, we're looking at things to do with it, to give back in some way, you know? And not the way, Damien has a lot of ideas, man, it's just like school.
Somewhere I can say, where is he? The man who was just like me. Heard he was hiding. Somewhere I can say, and I'm alone. And I realize that when I get home, I wanna talk to my Ray and my Terry. Yes, I'm alone. And I realize when I get home, I wanna talk to my Ray and my Terry.
I hate when people write me hostile texts on the counter.
No, it's the way it should be. But, you know, Dee was saying something about not just the school building, the curriculum that's taught the truth about African history. The great history, the good, the bad, the ugly, but just the truth about our history. Because lots of Africans don't know their history. Lots of African Americans don't know their history. We need to finally get the right curriculum to teach us the history.
Vagabond, I gallivant around the equator, and that will get me off the radar. It's so intense. I'm on my Lilo and Stitch, pour my Pinot Grigio crisp with some lime. Yo, is this an immaculate version of me and my Biggie? With all respect, cause you the only one who gets me.
Where is he? The man who was just like me. I heard he was hiding. Somewhere I can say, where is he? The man who was just like me. Heard he was hiding.
So the weird thing really is, you know, really are advocates of Africa unifying in a certain sense, you know what I mean? And it's kind of using America and how America kind of operates to kind of show the similarities of how things could be. It's not really to say that even in the sense of Africa adapting American culture, but just saying that these different countries could be considered states where we can work together and benefit from a unified Africa, you know what I'm saying? So that is really the whole thing about Promised Land, where my verse is concerned.
Awesome, couldn't force me to stay. Something happened when you say I do, we go astray. Why did we mess it up? We was friends, we had it all. Reason you don't trust men, that was your daddy's fault. He in the grave, let it go, he no longer living. Said you caught him cheating with mom and other women. They gotta do with us, here's the keys to the newest truck. Birkin bags, we burning cash, now baby do it up. No matter who you that was before me. Wanted you as my shorty since I saw you screaming. Hate you so much right now. Should've saw the meaning, angry black women.
I mean, we hit everywhere else. We saved the best for last in a way, you know? It's like we've been to Europe, we're doing some Australia, we're doing a few other places, because those are our distant relatives too, you know? Our European people, our Australian people, it's all talking about the world at the end of the day, but it all starts in Africa. So we're gonna save the best for last, and when we come to Africa, we set it off, man. It's gonna be great.
I guess you knew it blew a good thing, baby.
Bye, baby, I guess you know why I had to leave. 7 months in your pregnancy, about to have my seed. Let's take it back some years, rewind it to the happy years. You and your Star Trek fam, I'm thinking you cats are weird, same time different, yeah. I was digging y'all flow. Then I tatted you on my arm so niggas would know. I thought no one could stop us. Matching gold watches, I was your Johnny Depp. You was my Janis Joplin, yet the cuter version. Yet I knew you personally better than you knew yourself. And I know this for certain, crib in a Dominican. We got away from everybody. You screaming at the racist cops in Miami was probably the highlight of my life. Like, hi, yo, look at my wife, gangster. Me and 20 cops about to fight, crazy night. Bailed you out next morning, we got clean. Like it never happened, and later we at that heat game. Just another day in the life of two people in love, but it wasn't enough. So baby, guess what?
I guess you
Everyone gets a fair shot, and everyone does their fair share, and everyone plays by the same rules. Then I need you to vote this November.
Education.
Expression.
Peace.
Women's rights. Choice.
For all.
For all.
For all.
For all.
For all.
I can give you anything you want. Guarantee you never go to bed alone. I can take you all around the globe. Show you things you've never seen or ever known. I can show you better, better. Change your life forever.
What's up? I'm DJ Furman. How's it going, y'all? Jay Spliff.
What's up? I'm Kev Nish.
My name is Progress. We're the Far East Movement.
Oh, let me tell you.
Hello? What time? Okay, I'll be there.
It was actually a song we made. Back in the days, you know, when we first started really getting into music, we would take a computer that was maybe the size of this chair, bring it up to an attic, and teach ourselves how to record music. And the first song we did was a song about what we felt was kind of the new generation of kids in Los Angeles that, you know, mix up all kinds of cultures, all kinds of music, you know, and streetwear, you name it. We called the song the Far East Movement.
If you wanna feel the life, then be my boo and sing along. To the night that you can't believe. So good you don't wanna leave. You wanna go all out. Dirty bass be bumping here.
We were all friends in high school. We would meet up, you know, just in downtown Los Angeles, and whether it be hanging out in parking lots or going to, you know, friends' houses and trying to figure out how to record, you know, it was just buddies hanging out, finding things to do. And I mean, we were all, you know, he would probably pick on him during lunch. You know what I mean? We're all just homies. The song, I mean, we actually went in, we did a song called Girls on the Dance Floor. That was our first song that really started hitting the radio waves and on TV. And so we really wanted to bring that energy and that sound, you know, one step further. So we linked up with these producers, got in the back of a pool house, and turned the studio into a club. And 2 or 3 hours later, you know, with a vibe of kind of wanting to make a song where you feel the night never ends. It's just, you know, you can party all night, 3 clubs, popping bottles, going crazy.
Yeah.
That's what the song represented. And we finished it, put it online. 3 months later, it hit like 1 million views on YouTube, which kind of shocked us, you know, really showed that the internet spoke. And, you know, it was a complete shock to us when it hit #1 on the Billboard charts out here. It's something we would have never imagined.
Show you things you've never seen or ever known. I can show you better, better. Change your life forever, ever. Yeah, I can show you better, better. Oh, let me tell you, I can change your life.
Well, the video was shot in downtown LA. The whole concept of the video is you know, being a fly on the wall and seeing how life is in the day of the Far East Movement. So, you know, whether it's you know, going to a liquor store that we've been at, whether it's going to the Korean barbecue where we go and, you know, have meetings or go and kick it with DJs, you know, or it's going to the Transparent Loft where we'll get on the Cherry Tree Chat and maybe do some photo shoots and talk online with people, get our blog on, or going to another loft and doing loft parties. I mean, all that is just, it's real. That's exactly what we do on a daily basis. Everything except for the plane at the end, pretty much. But we travel a lot too, so, you know.
Not because I think I have all the answers. Not because I'm naive about the magnitude of our challenges. I'm hopeful because of you.
I spend a lot of time looking for a better day. Changing, looking like it's many years away. I'm slowly getting closer as my hope takes over for all.
Well, the whole album itself is a experiment for us. It was something that when we signed with Cherry Tree Interscope, the head Martin Kirzenbaum, who's worked with Lady Gaga, Black Eyed Peas, Eminem, he said, you guys have created this party that we want to be invited to, and it's its sound, its lifestyle. And so what we did is that gave us the confidence to really go in the studio and make an album that represented us as music fans and us as musicians. One, we never listened to just one genre. You know, we grew up listening to hip hop, rock alternative, dance electronic, pop, and we really wanted to bring all those together and fuse them in, and that's what Free Wired is. Free Wired is thinking outside the box and meshing things that maybe shouldn't be meshed. And when we went with that mentality in the studio, we really vibed off of what is our playlist. What's on our playlist right now with Snoop Dogg, Carrie Hilson, One Republic, Bruno Mars, whoever it is. And we took that energy in, and when we made the songs, one of the first songs that you should really look out for is a song called Rocketeer. That's our next official single with Ryan Tedder from One Republic, where we took hip-hop drums, electronic synths, and an alternative style hook, blended it together, and created that song. It was co-written by Bruno Mars and produced by The Stereotypes, so please look out for that.
My heart out on my sleeve and I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I always get back on my feet and I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I learn to cherish every moment now. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. As long as we're together, you never feel alone at all. Love is for all, life is for all, dreams are for all, hope is for all.
Well, you know, the clothes themselves are really inspired by how we live. It's very, you know, like we say, it's off of a functionality where we come from a generation of artists that are do-it-yourselfers. You know, we're heavy in printing our own shirts. We figured out how to make our own CDs.
Oh, wow.
Before we had great management, Stampede Management, we were managing ourselves, booking our own shows, doing everything. So the
innovators.
Well, no, it's more just survival of the grind. You know what I mean? And so the ties, the fits really represent, you know, we wanted to grow, you know, into this industry. We mean business. The ties we're always working, whether we're in the club, in the studio, right here, you know, at these shows. You know, we want to stay professional, and the ties and, you know, the fits are all based off of our community. These are a community of designers we grew up with in LA. They represent, you know, a creative culture, a creative community of people that are really making noise in the industry right now. So we're fortunate to rep Orisu and Joy Rich. The shades, you know, that's you know, some rappers rock chains, we rock shades. You know.
Hope is for all. Feel the love from everybody in the crowd now. This is for y'all. This is for all.
If you believe in a country where everyone gets a fair shot and everyone does their fair share and everyone plays by the same rules, then I need you to vote this November.
Education.
Expression.
Peace.
Women's rights. Choice.
For all. For all.
For all.
We work hard. We're in the clubs. We're thinking a lot.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the party pooper and look like the guy that's overthinking. So shades are the perfect accessory for that.
Unlock the lock inside of me.
Yo, I had a dream, baby.
It might have been the first song we ever made. It was a song called Girls on the Dance Floor. And that was a song that really inspired the free wired sound. And the process of that was DJ Verman would play electronic beats and we would just spit old school freestyle rhymes over that. We took that to a show and we performed it in front of like 1,000 people. And they went crazy.
Down, I'ma give my love, cause you just can't get enough. All my life I've been living for love. Hold me down, I'ma hold you up. When it go down, I'ma give my love, cause you just can't get enough.
Have you got a key? Unlock the lock inside of me.
And we invited the producers to Stereotypes. So probably about 4 a.m., 5 a.m., we said, let's go straight to the studio and take that mentality and make a song. So we had Bruno Mars, the Stereotypes, and us all in there. And that's how we created. You had Bruno doing the robot dance. You had the Stereotypes pounding out the beat, and us just, you know, the energy was there. And so that was probably the most memorable because it really opened the doors for this free wired sound for us.
My love, cause you just can't get enough. All my life I've been living for love. Hold me down, I'ma hold you up. When it go down, I'ma give my love, cause you just can't get enough.
Have you got a key? Unlock the lock inside of me.
Well, I mean, this is, you know, our passion. We love doing this. This is like what we do every day. So hopefully we're still doing the same thing the next 4 years.
Believe buzz ain't worth the sting. Little bird, don't clip your wings. Baby, when you get down, do you get low? Maybe you should quit now, Gwyneth Paltrow. Either way, we know what we got worth more than dough. When you're high, don't fly alone.
Where will you go?
All my life I've been living for love. Hold me down, I'ma hold you up.
When people ask us, where do you want to visit in this world? As a touring artist, we always say Africa. So, you know, we can't wait.
You up. When it go down, I'ma give my love, cause you just can't get enough. give my love, cause you just can't get enough. When it go down, I'ma give my love, cause you just can't get enough.
If you ever leave me, baby, leave some morphine at my door. Cause it would take a whole lot of medication to realize what we used to have, we don't have it anymore.
Doo-wop is a very special word to me because it's a genre of music that I grew up listening to. My father put me on at a very young age. And I think that's where my writing style comes from. If you ever listen to like 1950s doo-wop music, it's real simple and straight to the point, but heartfelt.
Keep you by my side, keep you from walking out the door. Cause there'll be no sunlight if I lose you, baby. There'll be no clear skies if I lose you, baby.
He had a show in Hawaii. It was like a 1950s rock and roll show. And you know, they would do like, he would do the doo-wop stuff, and a couple of the members from the group would do different impersonations, like Little Richard and Ray Charles and Jerry Lee Lewis. But my uncle, who was in the group, used to do Elvis. So I would watch every night when my uncle doing Elvis, and I used to tell my dad, yo, bring me up, bring me up, bring me up. Finally, he brought me up on stage. I was 4, and that was it. You know, every night I had to go up until finally they worked out a segment for me. I just think, you know, I have 4 sisters. I've been in relationships, and I feel like, you know, women do so much to make themselves feel beautiful. You know, I'm sure a lot of guys can relate to trying to take your girlfriend out, and she goes to the bathroom and does her hair 10 different ways, and and puts on 10 different outfits, and when you thought they looked good with what they were wearing. So I think that's where that song was inspired from, just being in that situation. When you were just trying to tell your girl, you're pretty, just the way you are. The guy that directed Nothing on You, Ethan Latta, called me up, and he came down to the studio and he said, yo man, check out this art. And he showed me this this woman that does this art with the cassette ribbon, and he wanted to do the whole video like that, which would have been awesome. But I said, hey, what do you think of it being, you know, more interactive and kind of a little more playful and romantic? You know, I'm showing her what I think she looks like, and I think she's beautiful, and she's saying she's disagreeing.
Just like the clouds, my eyes will do the same. If you walk away, every day it'll rain, 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 rain.
Well, when me and Holly Berry were dating, it was really hard for me to just accept the fact that she was a movie star. And, all right, I'm joking.
The one called Bruno Mars alongside Gang to the Zilla.
You know what I mean? Standing at this liquor store, whiskey coming through my pores.
Again, just being in that situation, being young and in love, and, you know, trying to figure out why you don't see eye to eye with the person you're with. you're trying to do everything in your power just to make it work when it's just not gonna work. And that's basically my blues record.
Me to a place where I don't care. This is me and my liquor store blues. I'll take one shot for my pain, one drag for my sorrow. Get messed up today, I'll be okay tomorrow. One shot for my pain, one drag for my sorrow. Get messed up today.
I wanted to make it, you know, I wanted to go to her and finally pour my heart out and tell her how I felt. And so I was basically gonna sing to her and let her know, you know, I'd do anything for you. But it's when I get there, I see something that I don't wanna really see.
Cause my job got me going nowhere, so I ain't got a thing to lose. Take me to a place where I don't care. This is me and my liquor store blues. I'll take one shot for my pain, one drag for my sorrow.
Well, I think talking to the moon,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of, I wanted to make it, in my mind, it was me basically going crazy. And really not, you know, I'm talking to the moon is the metaphor, but it's really me talking to myself. You know, Count on Me is a song that I never say the word baby, I never say the word girl.
Run the whole block. I don't know if it's just because pineapple kush between my jaws has got me feeling like I'm on top. Feeling like I woulda stand up to the cops and stand up to the big guys because the whole of them are sops. All the talk, them a talk and employment no drop. Enough ghetto youth cannot escape the trap.
I wanted that song to be used in any form you want. You know, I wanted you to be able to sing it to your friend, a mother to sing it to her daughter.
Potential Bruno.
Your potential Bruno Mars. You know, I wanted to leave it open. So it was really just talking about friendship and basically, I got your back.
Give me this one shot for my pain, one drag for my sorrow. Get messed up today, I'll be okay tomorrow. One shot for my pain.
That was actually one of the first songs we produced as producers. We met with K9, he took a chance with us because we didn't produce anything for anybody before. We never had hits before. And we just caught a great vibe in the studio. And he had that song kind of in his back pocket and he said, yo man, I got this song. After we built the trust factor, he said, I got this song, this is my baby. I sing it every night at the show. I'd love for you guys to take a stab at it and basically put it together in a song form. Because he used to do it a little differently when he did it live, but he had that hook, when I get older. So when we heard it, we were like, man, this is an anthem. Like, this is a stadium song that, you know, the whole stadium's gonna sing to. We gotta really make it feel like that. So we did that version for his album. It turned out beautiful. But he called us up like a month later and said, hey, Coca-Cola is, you know, sponsoring the World Cup and they're thinking about using Waving Flag. But we would have to go back in the studio and make it sound like Africa.
Paradise, yeah, your sex takes me to paradise and shows. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven for too long, for too long. Yeah, you make me feel.
Well, it's just, you know, when I think of it, I just think passion and love and unity and, you know, drummers playing together at the same time. So that's what we did. We got a bunch of drums in the studio and we put some tribal rhythms together and you got that version, the World Cup version.
You bring me to my
I can't tell you what it.
Once I'm around people, they kind of just gravitate towards me. No, I came to America. Obviously, I lived in England for a while, and I came to America. I didn't really know that many people. I knew like a few people.
When did you come to America?
I think early 2007.
Oh, okay.
So I came here. Didn't really know many people. Knew like a few people from MySpace. MySpace was big back then, and just kind of met people, and then met people for those people, and just kind of eventually, got to Eminem and B.O.B. and.
I'm Superman with the wind in his back. She's Lois Lane, but when it's bad, it's awful. I feel so ashamed. I snap. Who's that dude? I don't even know his name. I laid hands on him. I never stoop so low again. I guess I don't know my own strength.
Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. But that's alright because I like the way it hurts.
I mean, not out of my boot because I don't have a car.
Of course.
But no, I just like, I could tell you the whole story, but it will probably take like 2 days, how I met every single person. But I have a great team. I met my lawyer, Scott Felcher, and then I got a publishing deal at Universal. And then I met my manager, Mark Jordan, and he managed Rihanna. So that was a big thing. And then, I met, Atlantic actually gave me, this is how it all started. Atlantic gave me the hook for Airplanes without a track.
Okay.
They hated the track it came with, and they just gave a few producers the hook. So I did a version, and they loved it. And then it was in the building for a while, they didn't know who to give it to. This was before B.O.B. or Haley got on it. And then they gave it to Haley, she got on the hook. And then they gave it to B.O.B. eventually, and he rapped the verses, and it made sense. Then Eminem's on part 2, so then they gave it to Eminem to get on it. And at the same time, while all that's happening, I was sending Eminem tracks because he was looking for new producers to work with. He'd been working with Dre for a long time, and he wanted to kind of branch out and do different things on this album. So he really liked the tracks, and then he found out that I did Airplanes, which he loved and got on. And then it kind of, then he called me up and was like, "Can I send him something for his album?" And I sent him Love the Way You Lie, and that was right at the end of his album. And he just, almost didn't make the album. That's how close it was. And I went to Detroit and we did it.
The way you lie, I love the way you lie. I love the way you lie.
Now I know we said things, did things that we didn't mean, and we fall back into the same patterns, same routine, but your temper's just as bad as mine is. You're the same as me. When it comes to love, you're just as blinded. Baby, please come back.
It gets no respect in America, I don't know why, but in England it's like a big game. Right, but yeah, I was playing soccer when I left school until I was 19. And then it didn't work out. Like, I started noticing girls and stuff, and I got distracted, and I got injured. So it didn't work out, but then while that was finishing, my friend gave me a program called Fruity Loops 1, which is like a really basic software for making music, and I fell in love with it as soon as I got it.
Out of the games, I just want her back. I know I'm alive. If she ever tries to fucking leave again, I'ma tie her to the bed and set this house on fire. I'm just gonna
stand there and watch me burn. But that's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just
Haley was on tour, so they sent it to her on a tour bus. People have studios in their tour buses nowadays. So we sent it to her on tour, and B.O.B. was in Atlanta, and we just sent it to him, so he kind of got on it. So I wasn't actually with those guys.
Really?
I just met Haley last night for the first time.
Airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars. I can really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I can really use a wish right now.
I'm not really bothered about being in the video and stuff. I mean, that's what the director's for, really. I wouldn't want someone coming to the studio and telling me, how to make a song. That's what I do, and the directors are what they do, so I just let them do it.
After all the partying and smashing and crashing, and all the glitz and the glam and the fashion, and all the pandemonium and all the madness, there comes a time where you fade to the blackness. And when you're staring at that phone in your lap, and you hoping but them people never call you back. But that's just how the story unfolds. You get another hand soon after you fold. And when your plans unravel in the sand, what would you wish for if you had one chance? So airplane, sorry I'm late. I'm on my way, so don't close that gate. If I don't make that, then I switch my flight, and I'll be right back at it by the end of the night.
That airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars. I can really use a wish right now, wish right now.
chose to choose.
Girl, but we gotta keep it real. Because we gotta keep it real, girl to girl. Now, you and I both know, according to the hip hop world, this is not a good thing for Chingy's career.
What's love? What's hate? What separates the two from each other? Yeah. Everybody ain't gonna like you in this motherfucking world, nigga. Just gotta do you. Yeah. Let's go. I know why they hate on me, cause they came in this way. Keep on hating, I know why they hate on me, work hard so I play. I'ma stay out. All of y'all can.
You know, I'm on this show on VH1, Couples Therapy. To this day, because on there I'm talking and I say right there a lot. And people are still amazed that I say that like that. And they just don't know that that's just how I talk. It's nothing that some people still think it's something I made up. It's nothing I made up, it's just how I talk. And as much as people don't give me credit for it, but I made history when I came out. When I came out with Right There. I made history because I changed around the world. I changed the way people talk. People started talking like that. Even though they was doing it, playing around or whatever, how they was doing it, I changed it. And I made them see the way we talk here in St. Louis.
Got no goals, wanna see another nigga broke. Middle finger to you. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm better off on my own, so fuck your help. I know why they hate on me, cause they can't live this way. You ain't got no money. I know why they hate on me, work hard, so I play. I work hard. All of y'all can hate on me, just don't get in my way. Stay out my way, I know why they hate on me, but bitch, I'm here to stay.
Something keeps pulling me back, telling me I need you in my life.
They hate on me, cause they can't live this way. You ain't got no diamonds. I know why they hate on me, work hard, so I play.
You know what I'm saying? So when you hear Right There, you direct that to me. Are you Chingy? That's when you hear that, you think of Chingy. That's history to me. So if I don't care if I don't sell no more records. I don't care if I come out with another album. I don't care about any of that. One thing you will never be able to take away from me is that part of my career, because that's history. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of artists that don't make that type of history. They may come out with a song, they may come out with a video, but it's still not nothing that attaches them to this music industry to where you can say, wow. Remember, he had the whole world saying that and doing that dance to it too? I made history, and people might not credit me for it, you know, but I credit myself.
Somebody better let her know. I let it go. Slap it down to the floor. Baby, let it go. Got a whole lot of money. I let it go. I let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I let it go. Let it go.
What new projects am I working on right now? Well, currently, I'm working on a project called Solar System, which is spelled SOULAR system, you know, like the solar system you have, our solar system with the sun and the planets and everything. And if you know anything about the solar system, the sun and the planets, you do know that it's certain electric fields that's around the planets, there's certain energies that the planets and the sun send off to Earth we have our own solar system within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So the sun, it wouldn't be no life if it wasn't no sun. Wouldn't be no plants, wouldn't be no harvesting. Wouldn't be no you, wouldn't be no me, wouldn't be no energy, nothing without the sun, you know what I mean? And so, and the Solar System project is basically me being consciously aware of my surroundings and what's going on within me, as well as what's going on around me.
Pull up to the club, I'm in that black Kahmar. All black or pearl, it matched the bird. Your girl might ride, no horse and curves. Them cat was in her joking, but I'm not the dirt. 5 stacks in 1, 10 stacks in 5, 20 stacks in 10s. Yeah, we getting live. Them chickens flocking over, cause they know we got it. Announce I'm in the building, start a damn ride.
I've been going through this transformation, physically, mentally, spiritually, where something just been telling me that you know, to direct my music in another direction, and that's just what I've been doing. You know what I mean? I no longer deal with the negative aspect of the music. I ain't about to call this woman a bitch or a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hoe. None of these things, because you know I took an understanding that, you know, the female is like the earth. You know what I'm saying? Very precious. You know what I mean? The earth blooms life, the female blooms life. So I had to think about a lot of things. You know what I mean? And so I just cut out a lot of the negativity and trying to produce a more positive message. And with this solar system project, people gonna definitely see the, you know, the mentalism, far as my lyrics and far as my maturity, far as my growth and everything around my music and how it's changed. Over here in America, it's very, you know, they gender side, basically. They trying to get rid of the young black males over here in America. And I'm sorry, and that's just, you can do your research, do eugenics and go back, you know, further than, you know, back in history and see that it was just certain diseases, certain things to attack your health, you know, to attack the health of a black woman and black male, through cancer, breast cancer, and all of these things to attack black women and attack black men. They've been wanting to get rid of black men over here in America. You know what I'm saying? We've been targets.
Like it's my birthday, so don't be surprised. Yeah, I'm on my like some flies. Got presidents, but they not alive. My money long, let's take a ride. Get that fast cash, need a chick to match my drive. Fresh thugs, dead in my guys. Big got them pounds, K got them pies. We just trying to live, you cowards trying to die.
And to be honest, right now, I gotta say we are being our own demise, because we fed into the stuff and we doing the stuff so much that it became a part of young black males, and they turn themselves down while the elite people just watching and laughing now, because they no longer have to do anything. We doing it for them. You know what I mean? And every black man today needs to really sit back and see what it is they doing to themselves, to their family, to their kids, and to the people around them, because the youth growing up just like that. They feeding off what they see, and everything is, it's kind of negative these days. When I grew up in Walnut Park, which is probably the roughest, the north side of St. Louis where I grew up, the inner city is drugs, heavy, gang banging, heavy. It's just prostitution, whatever it is, dope things. It's just heavy with all the poverty that comes with the ghetto. You know, I've seen people get shot, killed right before my eyes. I've almost got killed and I've been shot at. You know, I used to think I was in a gang, you know, and I seen a lot. Police brutality, you know, man, babies getting killed. Little boys, 12, 13, growing up, carrying guns, gang banging. I seen it all being from Walnut Park and being in the neighborhood that I'm from. People gotta understand, the liquor store is there to keep your mind illusioned with being drunk. You know, you gotta keep liquor in your system to be drunk and high all the time. The church is there to keep you in fear. You know what I'm saying? The less people comprehend, the more they admire. You understand? And so the church is there to keep you in fear, because what people, like I'm gonna say this once again, people nowadays, they conditioned. The black hoods, the neighborhoods, they conditioned and programmed to think a certain way. You know, some people don't understand, like, thought is real heavy. thought is heavy, man. And if you get somebody that manipulates, and the system manipulates your thoughts, the Vatican manipulates your thoughts. I'm sorry. You understand? The Vatican manipulates your thoughts. The government, everybody, all the elite people. And so the church, the liquor store, and you have poverty in the ghetto. They got the drugs along with it. You know what I mean? So me growing up in a ghetto in Walnut Park it's crazy.
Baby, did I mention you? Falling, I'm falling. Yeah, you know I'm falling. Girl, you know I'm falling. Yeah, I think I'm falling for you, for you, for you, for you. I think I'm falling for you. Falling, I'm falling. Girl, you know I'm falling. Yeah, you know I'm falling. Girl, I think I'm falling for you, for you. Hey, baby girl, you know I'ma hold you down right on, baby.
Yeah, I think rap just need more of a positive side to it right now. You know, we've talked about all the drugs and all of that, man. It's time to just pay attention to how these kids growing up and because the kids listen to the music, pay attention to the videos, they want to be it, and they want to say it, they want to sound like it. So I think, you know, we just need to spice it up with a little more positivity, and I can see rap, hip hop being around for a long time. It's just gonna be what we make it.
So live for ya, can't nobody tell me, but me you won't get down and ride. It was written in Genesis, I was alone and you was made from my side. Falling, I'm falling, yeah you know I'm falling, girl you know I'm falling, yeah I think I'm falling for you, for you, for you, for you. I think I'm falling for ya. Falling, I'm falling, girl you know I'm falling.
My fitness routine is I wake up, I take a pre-workout supplement, and a pre-workout supplement is just something that gives you energy boost and focus for when you're in the gym. I have a strict routine that I do 4 to 5 days a week. I work on, I'm gonna tell y'all this, I work shoulders and traps, if you know your shoulders and you know your trapezial muscles in your back. And I work chest and triceps, your chest and your triceps. I work back and biceps, and I do my legs and calves. And anywhere from 8 to 10, 12 to 10 reps, 4 sets. And I have a diet, you know, that I'm very strict about, because a lot of people don't understand it's not just the working out. That's probably 80%. 80% of it is probably nutrition, and working out is probably the other 20.
Here we are, Chingy's video, Superman. Look at the Superman. Man is naked.
Come on.
Look at that body.
Come on.
He's here. Look at that body. He's shaved.
All of y'all can hate on me, just don't get in my way. I know why they hate on me, but bitch, I'm here to stay. I know why they hate on me, cause they can't.
My best experiences, I would have to say, is traveling around the world performing for all different races. My worst experience is the bad publicity and media lying and this deception with the media, just trying to tear your career down and sabotage you. Them are my worst experiences that I've been through. Because keep in mind, before I got in it, I never knew nothing about your career being sabotaged by the media, any of that. I always was looking at it like, I ain't did nothing to nobody. Why would they want to sabotage my career? But you know, those experiences was my worst.
I know why they hate on me, cause they can't live this way. I know why they hate on me, work hard so I play. All of y'all can hate on me, just don't get in my way. I know why they hate on me, I know why they hate on me. Last album flop, shit I made a meal, but still kept it real. Do all the fucked up deals. At one point in time,
changes in music, man. Like I said, I can't speak for everybody. I'm just trying to get my label up and running and help some young artists where they need help, where I can help. You know, I ain't out here to sell dreams. I'm out here, if I can do something to help somebody, I do it. If I can't, I can't. You know, so hopefully music as a whole music is life. Life is music. Vibration is music. Movement is music. When you hear that favorite song that you love, it's just like that person you love. You feel this energy that's just joyful. You know what I mean? So music is gonna be around. What type of music gonna be around forever? I don't know. I can't really say. I can't predict the future on that. But hopefully, music period just be here to stay. I don't think music going nowhere, to be honest. Not no time soon. Because if I took a shuttle out to space right now, I hear music. Because the planets and the stars and everything out there make sounds. Where do you think sound comes from? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody said every day was gonna be sunny skies. Only Marvin Gaye and lingerie. I guess somebody lied. Started discussing it to fight it, then don't touch me, please. Then is let's stop the madness, just come live with me.
The inspiration behind Love and War was just what Vince and I went through last year, just our relationship and the ups and downs and the passion that we both share and the striving to carry on our relationship and to get along and to come to a common ground. So, you know, we wrote the song and it's definitely a true definition of Vince and I. I'm so excited about my video Love and War because it really does describe everything that we're talking about in the song. It's about trying to find your balance in the relationship, trying to find the balance with yourself, and having ups and downs and trying to figure out where you stand in your relationship. And the video is definitely a true testament of that. And there's definitely a buff guy that's walking around here that's helping me figure that out.
Sometimes you're my enemy, and I'm throwing grenades. We'll just be chilling and laughing. I'm laying on your chest. Don't know what happened, cause things just went left. But here we go, back down that road. That's just the way that it goes. We made it
What I think about my music being different now, you know, I think it's definitely different. I've grown, I've matured. There are a lot of things that I want to talk about. I'm more comfortable writing, I'm more comfortable being myself, and 5 years ago I definitely wasn't. Years ago I wasn't ready, and 5 years ago I wasn't comfortable singing the music that, you know, I'm comfortable singing now and writing the songs that I'm writing now and being the artist and not, you know, having any fears about who I am and what I want to sing about and what I want to do. I think that's the biggest difference. Is a huge influence on my new music. When the songs are about, you know, struggling in a relationship, trying to find your life, it's about him. And when it's about being happy and about, you know, being in love, it's about him as well. So, you know, he's been a big influence. so funny because I thought that it would be a hard thing for people to take me serious as an artist. And that has not been a hard thing for me. You know, I think people can definitely separate Tamar, who is on Braxton Family Values and on Tamar Events and on Culturalist, to, you know, the singer and the person who's very serious about her craft and about being an artist, and, you know, me being a musical person that I am. So, you know, that's been a big blessing that I don't have to work that hard for separating those two people.
All these plays, sometimes you're my enemy, and I'm throwing grenades. We'll just be chilling and laughing. I'm laying on your chest. Don't know what happened, 'cause things just went left. But here we go, back down that road. That's just the way that it goes.
The only anticipation that I have for this song is that people are definitely going to understand where I'm coming from, you know, when I say only in love and war, because when you're in a relationship, you're in love one minute and then the next minute you're fighting and arguing and trying to figure out where you are in the relationship. So I think it's something that everybody can definitely identify themselves with at the end of the day.
What do your sisters think of this song?
My sisters love the record. You know, they sing all the time, sometimes too much, and, you know, they're just really happy for me, and, you know, that's really all I can ask for is great support from family. Whitney definitely was the voice. She still is the voice, period. You know, when you play a Whitney record, it still sounds like 1991 or 1985, and it's 2013, so that is what a voice means. Like, it never gets old, and it gets better with time. So, you know, a lot of people are like, okay, well, what's a run? Like, listen to Whitney Houston. That's what a run is, you know? And you want to learn how to sing, you go listen to Whitney Houston, and you can do her runs, you can do the songs that she did, then you can know how to sing. Oh, it was so sad when she died. I was getting ready to go to the Clive Davis party. And the only thing that ran through my mind is when I met her at about 13 or 14 years old, and I was singing background for Tony at a concert, and she came backstage and she was like, where's that little one at? Because that little one, she gonna be a star, she can really sing. And it just kind of broke my heart because she never got to see me now. She never got to see, you know, Love and War, and never got a chance to come up to me and tell me, or I never got a chance to come up to her and tell her, do you remember you telling me that? So that was really sad for me.
Somebody said every day was gonna be sunny skies, only Marvin Gaye and lingerie. I guess somebody lied. Started discussing.
The overall thing for this album is Love and War. You know, I mean, Vince and I went through a whole lot in this past year. Went through ups and downs, good and bad, and, you know, we showed everybody that on our show because that was our life and that was the truth. And I don't really like to say I want to teach people things, but I can only teach people by example and show people what I've been through and how I made it through, you know, the bad stuff and how I even make it through the good stuff. So that's just what I want to continue to convey to my fans, is that, you know, you can overcome anything, and don't let anybody tell you that it's too late, and don't let anybody tell you that you're not good enough.
Touch me, please. Let's stop the madness, just come lay with me. And truth be told, I'm waving my flag before it goes bad, yeah. 'Cause we made it this far, for better or worse. I wanna feel it even if it hurts. If I gotta cry to get to the other side, let's go, 'cause we're gonna survive.
I just want to say I love you to all my Tamartian friends, and thank you so much.
my upcoming project. It's called My Life 2, The Journey Continues. And what this album is about, it's an extension of the very first My Life album, not a competitor, because there is no competition for the very first My Life album. That album was so very strong, and there was so much healing and therapy in that record that I would never try to compete with it because it saved my life. And what this one is an extension of how far we've come, its growth, its evolution, but at the same time, it still says that life cannot continue without the understanding of the fact that there will be pain, there will be struggle, there will be trial, and it's my life again as well.
Baby, I about me. When you're gone, I can't wait till you get home. Home, you were wrong.
It's time to do an album like this because on the first My Life album, there was so much healing, and it just felt like it felt like music then cared about us. It gave us a hug. It gave us something, it ministered to us. It helped us get through things. And it seemed like myself and my fans, we were all depressed and going through a lot of very, very heavy, hard times. We had our own oppression. But right now you have war, you have recession, and there's so many things that can cause sadness in this world, which it does right now. And I believe it's time for people to make music, and even, and this is why I'm making this album, that gives people a hug, that lets people know I'm relative to your situation. I understand where you're coming from because I'm human and I go through it too, whether you know it or not. And I think people need to feel that again. They need to feel in the music there's therapy again. And that's why now, because there's probably not a lot of happiness in people's hearts about who they are, or or themselves. And so I just want people to just know that you're not alone, and you can do anything. You can get through all of this, and music helps us get through those things. And that's why now.
Whatever you wanna do.
This project, I approach it not just with the optimism of how far we come, but I approached it with, I have to continue to be honest about my own life as well. I have to continue to let people know that it's not all just fine. It's not all no more drama. These are things I say because these are things I want, but it's not that every single day. And these are the things, trials and tribulations, they persist. They continue to be. But now we know how to navigate. Now we know how to get through these things. Now we know how to try to be happy in a negative, dark situation. That is the goal. The goal, because there's darkness everywhere. It doesn't just show up. And what do? We become lights in dark places by trying to be optimistic in them. And that's what's been my struggle forever. Having to learn how to be a light in a dark place.
So tonight, I'ma try whatever you wanna do. It's up to you, and that's why I don't mind saying I love you, and that's why I don't mind saying I love you, and that's why
Music has been super therapeutic for me as a person, because when I was a child and I was growing up in the projects, we did not have any mentors or people we can look up to. But music, you know, other than our parents going, you know, back and forth to work and just some of the neighbors that loved us and took care of us, but it was music. It was music that made us feel like someone, like made us feel like we were a part of a movement. It was soul to soul when they said, keep on moving, that gave me that made me optimistic and made me say, we're gonna get out of the projects. It was the actual song by the Sounds of Blackness, Be Optimistic. You know, as long as you keep your head to the sky. That was ministry to us. That made us feel like, yo, we're gonna get out of here. And we can do it, you know? When we saw Janet Jackson, you know, on TV, you know, she just gave us, you know, she just made us feel like we can be beautiful like her, you know? And Michael Jackson just made us feel like we could be superstars just listening to his music. So music has been nothing. Music is the biggest form of communication and the biggest psychiatrist or shrink or, you know, therapy. It really is. Or it has been in my life anyway.
Sideways, live every night like it's a Friday. Our conversations are so monumental, licking on the ear. I'm whispering a couple riddles. She fell in love with my technique. I made her call me boss when in the bed sheets. We both coming from the same place. All in her, both coming at the same place. Still on my dope boy swag.
Life for me back in Yonkers, it was hardcore. It was very, very hard. My mom had like 2 jobs. She would leave us with babysitters and they would put us in the hallway and we'd be out there before she'd get home from work. And, you know, everything was a fight, a struggle, you know. It was like a jungle, but we had the love that, you know, my mom gave us and, you know, some of our neighbors gave us, and we had some good times. And it was the music that gave us the joy. It was the music that gave us everything, the songs, you know, that made us feel good about life, or else we wouldn't have felt good about life.
Yeah, to get what's yours and what's mine. They can't have what's mine. They can't have what's mine. But it will take a lifetime, oh yeah, to get between you and I.
Decision on this was going to be my life, because this life that I'm living right now, it seems so far-fetched to me when I was coming up in the projects, because it just seemed like everything was out of our reach and we were never going to make it. But I had a dream about lights and people when I was like 7 years old. I remember being 7 years old and performing Peaches and Herb Reunited, and seeing everybody's response to, you know, me performing that record. And you know, when you're a little kid, you're a little more optimistic. And then when you know, become a teenager, things just go black and, you know, negative. So it wasn't a decision. It was something that was destined to happen. It was supposed to happen, because I didn't ever believe it was going to happen. I wanted it badly, because I would see myself in front of the mirror singing, you know, Tina Marie's Out on a Limb, Anita Baker's Caught Up in the Rapture, Shaka Khan, anything, and I wanted it. So, you know, I would pretend to be that with the brush in the mirror. I realized that I was doing it, but not winning, but just doing it. I think it was the show, and I could see it clearly at the Paramount. And I was singing Reminisce, and there were people and they were cheering for me. And I just remember working and being in the moment, and I don't know what my mood was like. I can't remember what my mood was like, but I remember working and singing the song and seeing the people, and maybe I guess I did feel some kind of joy at the moment. Yeah, I believe, I would hope that I felt some kind of joy being on stage at the moment.
Go to hell, then go right back up. Lost the lesson, tired of stressing, get the message. I can't live in this depression no
What's the 411? I guess, I don't know, I guess it was me being a girl from off the block, coming into a studio, singing my songs with all my heart. I was basically singing for my life. That's probably what, you know, the inspiration for What's the 411, just me singing for my life, singing my way out of the ghetto, singing my way out of the hood, and just loving what I do. I love to sing so much. It was just a no-brainer, you know, and Puff was such a genius. He knew exactly what to do when he saw me. He knew exactly what, you know, what producers to get, who to put behind me. And that's the story, is me singing for my life, you know.
So good, even though it breaks my heart so bad. We got a special thing going on. Me and Mr. Wrong.
I was dubbed the Queen of Hip Hop Soul when What's the 411 came out. Puffy and Andre, they created these T-shirts, and they created the whole, you know, name, movement, and they showed it to me, and I was like, cool. This is what it is. I didn't really understand what it was, or even really took it seriously. I just, you know, in my life, out of these last maybe 5 albums, really started taking the Queen, you know, title, you know, seriously, you know, because to me, I look at everybody, every woman is a queen. That's how I feel about everything. But I didn't know how serious it was until later in my career.
Came from, Mary.
I just want to show me some love.
Characteristics of a charismatic nigga. 20 million on the villa. What's illa? We living. Little boys gotta work at that. Getting cash, so I snatch my girl a Birkin bag. Blowing kisses out the drop top. Young nigga got guap. Stay in your house when the block hot.
I knew my voice. I knew there was something about my voice when I was 7 and I sang the Reunited song. But I don't know if that was I think the first time I realized my voice was powerful, I was not even Mary J. Blige, the singer, yet. I was in my mother's house in the mirror singing one of Tina Marie's songs. And it was this song where she sings really high, and I was sounding exactly like her. And it was like, wow, like I was blown away by what I sound like. And the song was called Yes Indeed. And I remember singing that song. It just made me feel like my voice was, I knew something, it was something strong about my voice at that point.
Get along so good, even though it breaks my heart so bad. We got a special thing going on. Me and Mr. Wrong.
I am completely and totally involved with the putting together of my live performances. I know what my fans want to hear. I know what they don't want to hear. And I know there's a lot of growth, you know, and things they expect from me versus things that they don't want to see anymore or hear anymore. So I'm completely involved. I'm involved with the band. I'm involved with the background singers. I'm involved with the content. If there's video walls or whatever, I'm involved with every single thing, the lighting, the whole thing.
Can't think of nothing that'll make me walk out. I'm holding on. I love my keep it just in the touching on me. I can't help but love him. I must be out of my mind.
My life is has always marked around my albums and stuff like that. And I think it was around it was like the end of the Mary album, going into the No More Drama album, where I had done all of every negative thing I was going to do to myself. I drank myself to death. I had done so many drugs. It was just, I had done so much. And I was spiraling down and I was slipping away, and I almost slipped away, and I knew I needed help. So I got help. I prayed for God to send me someone to help me, and he sent it in the form of a friend who's my husband now. And that friend called me on the day that I was almost left here, almost, spiraled down, and, my life felt like it was gonna leave, was leaving me. Called me with information that I needed. And I received it, and here I am.
Breaks my heart so bad. We got a special thing going on. Messed up. Even if I try, no one ever could. Give them up, 'cause it's blows like that. Never give them up. Ain't no way that I'm moving on.
I want to do a clothing line, but I don't want to do it. I want to do it right, because I know me with clothing, so I know the women out there that would buy the Mary J. Blige brand clothing, they would want it to fit great. So I don't want to do it cheap. I don't want to, just throw my name on something and just have people go buy it, because people are not stupid. So I want to get it done right. And yes, I would love to do a clothing line.
Strip clubs and dollar bills. I still got my money. Patron shots, gonna get a refill. I still got my money. Strippers going up and down that pole. And I still got my money. 4 o'clock and we ain't going home. 'Cause I still got my money. Money make the world go round. I still got my money. Fans make your girl go down. I still got
the song is very deep. It's very real. It's something that a lot of people have felt before, or at least once before in their life, or if not right now.
Right.
But it's when you're in love with someone so much that you become so naive to all the negative. Like it doesn't matter. You still stick around with them.
Throw it up. Watch it fall off from the sky. Throw it up. Watch it all fall out. Pull it up. That's how we ball out. Throw it up. Watch it all fall out. Pull it up. That's how we ball out.
Anthony Miller is the director of this video, and he also worked with me on 4 other videos. Faithful, he also did Shut Up and Drive, and Don't Stop the Music, We Ride. And I loved working with him so much. Thank you.
I love all those songs.
Thank you. I love working with him so much that I know his vision. When we heard the record, we automatically knew. So we spoke with him. I told him exactly what I was thinking. And he came back with the treatment, and we all fell in love with it immediately.
So who cares about what I spend? Still got my money. My pockets deep and they never end. Still got my money. I'm going down with all my friends. Still got my money. Oh, all I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Money on my mind. Money on my mind. Throw it up. Watch it follow from the sky.
The Girl Gone Bad is basically a representation of the attitude that I took on everything making this album. I had to be pretty bold, pretty fearless, sexy sometimes, but it's all about just getting to it and doing it, becoming really rebellious. I became really rebellious and just doing it the way I wanted to. I didn't really care about the input. I just wanted to do me, and this is exactly what people are getting on this album. This is why it's so enjoyable to me. I can listen to this album all the time. I can perform it without a problem because it's natural, it's genuine, it's authentic, it's really me.
We ball out. That's how we ball out. That's how we ball out. That's how we ball out. That lake costs $100 bills. And I still got
Well, I love to have fun. I'm very bold. I love being adventurous. I love being daring. I love trying new stuff. I'm a bit of a tomboy, so I like, doing kind of dangerous stuff.
Like climbing mountains and...
Well, I've never done that before, but that's on the list.
All right.
I want to go skydiving, one day. I'm still scared of that, but I know I want to do it.
From the sky, throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out.
Umbrella is a record that was written by Dream, a new songwriter, also produced by Tricky Stewart. When I first heard the record, I fell in love with it, and you know, when I first heard it, it was like the came on, and I was like, that's a little strange.
Can you drop a little something for us?
And then after the song kept progressing, it kept getting better as it went on. And when I finished it the first time, I remember I wanted to hear it more, and I just wanted to keep hearing it. And I had the demo, and I kept listening to the demo. I was like, I need this song. Like, I need to record it. It felt so fresh and original. It felt like a sound that I've never heard before. And that's why I was like, I need this record.
I'm friends with the monster that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to save me. Stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy. Yeah, you think I'm crazy.
I wanted the fame, but not the cover of Newsweek. Oh well, guess beggars can't be choosy. Wanted to receive attention from my music. Wanted to be left alone in public, excuse me. But wanting my cake and eat it too. And wanting it both ways. Fame made me a balloon, cause my ego inflated.
I knew that I loved the record so much, and I knew that I wanted to make it mine, and I knew how passionate I was about the record. But after it went out there, people just started loving it and started doing so well around the world. So I'm very grateful for that.
Use me. Ironic, cause I think I'm getting so huge I need a shrink. I'm beginning to lose sleep. One sheep, two sheep, going cuckoo and kooky is cool key. But I'm actually weirder than you think, cause I'm
friends with the monster that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to save me. Stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy. Yeah, you think I'm crazy.
And my umbrella really means I got your back no matter what. I'm here to protect you. It's a song that you can dedicate to your best friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. And you know, me and my best friend, we dedicate this song to each other. Yeah.
No, I ain't much of a poet, but I know somebody once told me to seize the moment and don't squander it, cause you never know when.
Cover girl is something that every girl wants to do. Every girl wants to be a cover girl. So when they asked me to be a cover girl, I was very honored. I was excited. And when they called me and they were like, when the deal was finally over and they called me, they were like, you're a cover girl. I could not believe it. I was smiling. I was so excited, and then finally I got to work with them. We're having so much fun together, and I get a lot of free makeup. So
I was about to ask you, do you have any free makeup that you get?
Yeah.
That's an awesome contract to get.
Thank you.
The voice in my head saying, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just friends with the
monster that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to save me. Stop holding your breath. And you think I'm crazy. Yeah, you think
I've definitely grown up a lot. Everything that I experienced, I take it in as a learning experience to help me grow, to help build upon me as a person, as a performer, as an artist. So I love it. I've grown a lot. I've experienced a lot. I've been traveling all over the world and performing for fans all over the globe. So it's great.
my fragrance on and they love my smell. Still got my money, so who cares about what I spend? Still got my money, my pockets deep and they never end. Still got my money, I'm going down with all my friends. Still got my money. Oh, all I see is signs, all I see is dollar signs. Oh, money on my mind, money on my mind. Throw it up, watch it follow from the sky. Throw it up, watch it all fall out.
longer. People, you know, think you start when your first big hit hits. I started in '98. You know, I had my own record label and I put my own CDs out because no one knew what to do with me when I first started rapping and singing, you know.
Own label and everything.
Yeah, it was just easier to like show people than to tell them what kind of artist I was supposed to be, you know. And so I started my own label called Stellaments, put out various, you know, various mixtapes. Then they all came running back like, oh, I get it. Can we, you know, and I signed my first deal with V2 and put out 1980 and 18th Day. And so here we went.
'Cause you're my heart, you are my soul. You're my other half, without you I cannot be whole, baby.
Thank you is saying to, you know, maybe your other half who hasn't treated you so well. Thank you for letting me know what I don't want and what I don't need.
Because they
You
always
know, in my
remind
life.
you.
They'll remind you. Yeah, when it's the wrong one, they'll have a way of letting you know. It's just up to you to, like, you know, pay attention. And I think the song is talking about, you know, versus being bitter and, you know, smashing windows and stabbing them and doing crazy stuff, or her. What you do is just, you know, keep it classy and say thank you, appreciate you for making me a man or a woman, and I know I don't need it, and it ain't you. Deuces.
Exactly, take the high road.
Take the high road. Well, the story is basically me and my guy are at a restaurant, and we, you know, he comes to hang out or whatever, and we're eating, and then he's answering his phone, and I'm like, just what, really? Because I already had these suspicions, because that's the way it always goes when it's intuition. And then I look at his phone, and I'm like, really, you make me sick, and I start throwing things at him. And then I wake up, yeah, I do.
Heavy things?
I think. Get ready. He's like, oh God. Like my love interest is kind of off camera to the right, so he's like, oh really? I gotta catch a fork in my eye.
Nobody told me about this. This was
what I had signed up for. No, I just, you know, I spaz a bit, and then I go home, and the next day I wake up and I'm just having the most emotional morning, and then I get myself together. And he comes to the door to like say sorry, and I'm like, take your stuff, man, and I walk past him and go.
He's even living with you.
Man, look.
This idiot.
He has a few things in the bag. The thing is, it's so very much about like art is imitating life. It really did happen like that for me. I was like, oh well, that's how you feel. Here's what's gonna happen. And you know, I was like, take all your things, and I'm gonna go here, and you're gonna go there, and deuces. And he left, and that was it. So for me, it's very real. Like a lot of my videos, they imitate, they imitate my life.
Baby, why these tears I cry? Sure won't be the last. It will not be the last. No, 'cause this pain inside never seems to pass.
One time I was in a club, and this lady from Zimbabwe was like, she ran up to me. I just signed to John Legend. I was standing on top of a chair in the club with him singing Dirt Off Your Shoulder. We were like bouncing, it was amazing. And this lady ran up to me from Zimbabwe. She's like, oh my goodness, your face is on walls, your face is on buses in Zimbabwe. And I was like, she said, 1980. And I was just looking at her like, oh, that's right, I have a song out. Oh my goodness. You know, it was just a freaky moment to me. I never take for granted that what I do is people love it. So it freaks me out when people, you know, people that I never in my wildest dreams thought heard my music were rolling up to me like, yo, you, man, you, sir? I'm like, me though? Okay. You know, it was a moment.
So I thank you, said I thank you, yes I thank you for making me a woman. Sometimes I wonder, could she be more of a woman to you than you are a man to me? Listen, sometimes I wonder, why me?
Events around the world. Last thing I did was in Africa was Arise, the fashion show. Yeah, that was incredible. I had the aunties up dancing to Sweet Mama.
Oh wow.
They were like looking at me like, it's the best thing when you go and you perform for African families and African people. Yeah. Like, cause I know how my mom and my grandma are, and they're so like, I'm not standing up for nobody. You know, I'm sitting right here, I'm looking at you. And they would just look at me and they'd be like, I'm not doing nothing, you know, and they'll look at you like, perform in it, like. Yeah. And so I was like, aunties, you gotta get up and do something. And they got up and they were like, everything. Yeah, and they were in it. I was like, yes, aunties, that's what I'm talking about.
Didn't care. You're my heart, you are my soul, you're my other half.
this place now, I know, baby. About you know, how blessed I am to have been born into what the next level of life for my family happened to be, just to be born with certain amenities and certain things where she breaks down where she came from, and you know, and you have to think it's Africa in the 60s and the 70s, and it wasn't popping, not like now.
No, we were wearing daishikis and
things. I mean, we still wearing our prints, and I love it, but it wasn't. It was just like certain things weren't as advanced as they were now. So I just, you know, I applaud her and my grandma and my family for making a move for something a little bit better and giving us the skills to be able to take it back, you know, and help, you know, and do some stuff, you know. 'Cause this pain inside never seems to pass. It never seems to pass me by. So I thank you. Said I thank you. Yes, I thank you for making me a woman. Diva Soul VH1 was a dream. I remember watching it in like '98, seeing Mary J. Blige, or '98 or 2000, seeing Mary J. Blige and Whitney Houston singing "Ain't No Way," and I think I rewound that close to 150 times. Like, oh, I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna do that one day on videotape. You know, I think I rewound that so many times because it was just it was just pure. It was like church / emotion / I'm never gonna see this again in my lifetime / I'm gonna do this one day. I'm gonna be on that show one day. Wait, I'm gonna do it. If they bring that back, I'm gonna be on that show. And then for me to be able to be on it, I didn't know what to do with myself. It was a couple of days ago, I did not have a clue. I was kind of just walking around like, oh my God, and there's Mary, and I love Lettucey, and oh my goodness, there's Anita Baker, oh my God, and there's Mavis Staples. And it was just like, I'm gonna go sit in my room. I'm gonna sit in my room.
It's too much, it's overwhelming.
It was so much. You know, I feel blessed, you know? You're the chapter that I'll be closing. Oh, you're happy. 'Cause once my door closes, it won't be open. These tears I cry shall be the last. It will not be the last. I have like gaps in between my albums because I need to live the stuff that I'm talking about.
Oh, so it's very, very honest.
Always very real. You know, I'm definitely one of these artists that has to sing from a certain place and you know, work from a certain place. I'm not able to just be given a song and said sing that if I don't feel it, because you have to give as much emotion as possible. You know, and you have to sing that for the next 2 years of your life, or for the rest of your life. It's a big enough hit. So I kind of want to care about what I'm singing, you know, and that's number one, and that's it. So I have to live and go through it, and it's not pleasant sometimes, and sometimes it's fantastic, but it takes me time. What makes my day slow down, watching the rain, and now I'm not on time. I'm about to lay down and cry, lost on the other line. Had a fight with my legacy. So much of an advocate of just women looking classy and looking beautiful versus hoey and naked.
Yes,
you know, you can be naked, but you can be classy. You know, let's just someone keep their clothes on. I'll keep my clothes on, and even if I got it off, it'll look like I got it on.
What are you wearing exactly in this video?
Well, I'm in a little bit of lingerie, but it's classy. It feels sexy versus look at her titties. You know. And I love that energy. So that was what we went for. And we did the lyric video when the single first came out. And it felt
I
vintage.
saw the lyric video.
Yeah.
It's like...
I'm lying to him constantly, causing drama like you won't believe. Just one day, I wanna wake up and say, hey, I'm winning today. My smile is okay. It wasn't just a complete, you know, how would I say, it wasn't a complete sit down. It was like working. I'd done tours with other people. I toured Europe and and went around the world twice already at that point. So between then and 2004, I was working. It was just a means to get to the next level of every stage.
It's a wonderful life. It's not that I never care, but my position here is just alright. And then they tell me I lost my job, but I won't give up. This just hasn't been my day at all.
The record I had with Rick Ross was the very first single off of All of Me, called Break My Heart. We shot that a few months ago in Malibu. It was like a dream. It was
shooting
all
in
blue.
Cali,
I
though.
love shooting in Cali. Look at the sunshine. You probably can't see it,
Yeah.
but it's so beautiful out here. It was, my director, I worked with Aaron Sheffield and Chris Robb a lot. Chris Robinson. And these guys, we work together. I write the treatments with them.
You
we're
write
all
your
very,
own treatments?
yeah, with them. Like I'm not, honey.
African
We
power.
gotta
Thank
do
you
it. We
very
gotta do
much.
it. We gotta maintain control. And we gotta be in it. This is my life.
Exactly.
I don't get a test run. So like we work together well, and they always find the best locations. Like it was like a dream. Everything was blue and white that day. I was walking around like, this is amazing. This is I was kind of floating on the scene. I was like, do I have to sing now? And they had me on the side, of a pool with Rick Ross, looking like we were floating. And it was meanwhile behind us, it was like a 20-feet drop. So
Yes,
he
that
was
was a
holding
little
my back
scary. I
up.
was
It was
like-
a mess. It was such a mess. I was so scared.
It helps to have a big man like that holding your
It
back.
helps. It helps to have a strong man hold your back up. He was like, I got you, baby. I was like, oh my God, he's so here. This is amazing. Bring it rock, It's the best.
Yeah.
But it was such an amazing, magical day. I couldn't, it's never gonna happen again for me. I know that.
But I'm about to get this manicure. As my back is up against the wall, I pray one day that I can wake up and say, hey, I'm winning today. My smile is okay at the end of the night. And I'm fine, no thorns in my side. Somebody remind me it's a wonderful life. Da 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 da. It's a wonderful life.
I think at the root of everything, you have to love yourself first.
That's true.
And then everything else kind of falls into place. I always tell my friends, take 20 minutes when you wake up and just thank God and just enjoy the moment of being alive and seeing another day. And then just get on with your day. No matter what crap, BBMs, whatever, just take 20 minutes and just, do that first. And that's what the premise of the song was. It's talking about loving yourself and just accepting that maybe that relationship or that situation is gone and it's fine. But I'm good. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I'm all right. Again, a lot of my songs are autobiographical, so I've been through this.
Hey man, you're counseling a lot of us. You're counseling a lot of us here, You're not alone there.
I'm just trying to write my life. But I find that people relate to that. When you're talking real life versus, let's just think of a subject and write it. I don't know how to relate to that stuff. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to perform it.
It does not work.
It doesn't
for
work
you.
for me. My fans look at me crazy. I've performed places before when I've sang covers and I don't really believe the covers. I'm singing, I'm just like, this will work good in the set.
Yeah.
And they look at me like, yay.
That moment,
And it's
though.
so embarrassing. So I kind of decided not to do that anymore. I just go with stuff that I care about.
And if you feel how I feel, you know what to do. Sing it with me, come on. Da, 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 da. Singing la, da, 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 da. Singing la, da, 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 da. Just one day. Whoa, hey, I'm willing today. My smile is okay at the end of the line. And I'm fine, the thorns in my side. Somebody remind me it's a wonderful life.
Young Moolah, baby. Yeah.
Y'all ready?
wasn't that optimistic about finding true love at all. Because, you know, I was just over it and done with it, and I kind of just given up and said, you know what, I'm gonna work and I'm just gonna live my life and have fun, you know? And then I know. Then I just some point I said, you know what? You have to love again. You have to love again, and you can't be afraid because you can miss out on your blessing that way. Yeah. And my stylist introduced me to my fiance, Daniel Gibson, and we had our first child, Daniel Gibson Jr. And you know, every turn is a wonderful turn for the best. Yeah.
I admit that you almost had me. I admit I was almost crazy. Had me thinking about calling that bitch that night and let her know where she could come and meet me. But it's cool, I'ma be a lady. She thinks she cute, but she don't face me. And if you knew about all of this good luck, you'll be missing out on you wouldn't have made me. Can't say I'm not hurt. I'll be damned if I'm broken.
I felt it as soon as I heard it. Ooh, that's just
that stank face.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's amazing, and I love those kind of records. I love those records that you can really feel, that you can really get into, and you know, it really gave me inspiration to write about some things that I've been through in my life. It's not about love per se and a relationship with a significant other, but you know, I mean, it's still a relatable, real topic. Yeah. You know what? That was the side of the album that, like I said, I wasn't that optimistic, but I knew at that time what I wanted and what I wouldn't go for. And, you know, I was determined to, you know, wait until that happened. And I wasn't going to fall short of anything of any of my standards. And, I mean, I called Faith and I said, what do you think about getting on this record? She said, girl, I got an album coming out too, and you can get on mine. I said, well, let's go for it. You know what I'm saying? And I think Faith is a wonderful vocalist, and I was very happy to be able to write my verse for her, because I also wrote the verse for Monica on my other song, and it kind of opens up my mind to writing and collaborating with other artists. I mean, it's dope, you know, and rest in peace to the late Isaac Hayes also.
And I admit that I thought about creeping, so you could get a dose of how I feel. Cause our hearts can never seem to break even. But what's the use? I'd rather pack it up and leave it. Cause here we are again. Cause you're wrong again. You're trying to tell me that you love me, but your actions say another thing. Can't say I'm not hurt. I'll be damned if I'm broken.
You know what? I was that little chick from Oakland, California that didn't have much to work with, but I made a lot out of nothing. And you know what? I'm very proud that I've come this far, and I'm very proud of me being really, really another again optimistic about going further. Not reaching as high as I can go, and knowing that, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, it's great. I'm very excited about this album. My son is a highlight while making it. My fiance is a highlight when making it, and working with all those wonderful artists and producers, and you know, just getting down and dirty. I built the studio inside my house and recorded there while I was pregnant, and you know, I mean, it's all exciting. I love to see what happens.
You are in charge, lady. I'm loving it.
Don't you?
Why you worried about that other hoe? Cause that other hoe ain't worried about another hoe. Yeah, you say it's over, but you still fussing. You just clumsy, always tripping over nothing. That other bitch is just that other bitch. I give her space and give you the mothership. We can't let her tear down what we built. I told you if you ride or die, then I'll be your seatbelt. In sickness and in health, for rich, poor, and I stay rich. But love is a bitch, and bitches ain't shit. And I'm riding with a girl named Keyshia, smoking on Keyshia.
You know, but how is motherhood treating you? Motherhood is wonderful. It creates a foundation. When you step out in the world, it makes you feel like, you know, you can conquer everything. And if you conquer nothing at all, you still have a foundation to fall back on. You know, I mean, it just puts all of everything into perspective in your life. And I'm very thankful for God to be, you know, have given me this opportunity to love this way. I gained 50 pounds in my pregnancy. I mean, I was just terrible. And I had double chins and everything.
But you were glowing. I saw pictures and I was like, wow, what is Keyshia using on her skin?
Yeah, well, you know, Mustela, I think it's called. And rubbed it everywhere, you know, just go for it.
Yes.
And, I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, it's a wonderful thing to have been able to carry my first son and blessed that he that carries her first son. Yeah. So, you know, and I'm thankful for that. And I think he's going to be wonderful. He's so amazing. He is. Like spontaneously, now that I'm on Twitter, Keyshia Cole.
I do follow.
Okay, thank you. And so they like spontaneously post songs from like, I'm like, listen, first of all, stop, don't do that. Like, but no, some of them are cool. Some of them are cool. You know, I mean, they're exciting to hear after so long. I have a mixtape that, you know, a lot of people haven't heard that I did with Green Ladder, and thinking about doing another one, you know, that have some really personable songs on there that, you know, I did so long ago. But, you know, I mean, Tupac was so wonderful, and he said that, you know, you don't know, but one day you're going to be a star, and you're going to be huge, and, you know, you just have to stay focused and know that people will try to hurt you because you're a beautiful person, but as long as you learn as much as you can learn, they can never take that knowledge from you. And I think that was his thing. Like, you know, he's the thug, he was from the hood, you know, he went everywhere, he traveled everywhere, but, you know, he still mentally was very, very intelligent. And the Black Panther movement and all of that was incorporated in his whole thing. I mean, we lost a wonderful person, I think, all around. Happy everybody understands that I have this thing that I do, and you know, I try to step outside of the box with them. I ain't through on that, but I needed that song, you know, and I hope everybody gets what they are looking for from this album. Wow.
Got my own car, own crib, hair done, nails did. If you don't need no nigga, say that's right. Drop it down, hit the ground, bend your back right, and tell him I'ma cut up while I toot my butt. I'ma cut up while I toot my butt. I'ma cut up while I toot my butt. I'm about dollars, no change. I ain't playing no games, nigga. I'ma cut up while I toot my butt. I'ma cut up while I toot my butt. I'ma cut up.
Here we're stepping in the right direction. Lunchtime takeover tour. Popping. It's crazy, man. We had Carson Hyde just shut down the show. Kids were live. It was like amazing. Probably one of the dopest shows we did on this tour yet.
One of the dopest?
Yeah, one of the
Toot
dopest.
my butt. I'ma cut up while I toot my butt. I'm about dollars, no change. I ain't playing no games, nigga.
I see you tryna cut up. Hands all on your knees with your butt up. Came with your man, he got no plans, get your butt up. If he ain't talking money to that broke nigga, shut up.
Well, for everyone who does not know, we are the ones who taught you how to jerk. We had the record, Teach Me How to Jerk, Teach Me How to Jerk. That was our first single. We signed to Interscope Records / Roz Music. And now we have a new single called Up and Down, all over everywhere. We want you guys requested everywhere. Yeah, so we are those people. The ones that you see in the videos running through the school, dancing, going crazy. That's us.
No cash, so the stack. She say, nigga, I don't need your cash.
Got my own car, own crib, hair done, nails did. If you don't need no nigga, say that's right. Drop it down, hit the ground, bend your back right, and tell him I'ma cut up while I toot my butt. I'ma cut up while I toot my butt.
We taught the world how to jerk.
You taught the world.
We taught the world how. No, I won't even say that because we'll give you guys the rundown. Jerking was a dance that everyone was doing. It was like a dance that it was just something crazy that everyone was doing, but it didn't have a song to it at the time. And this is when MySpace was popping. No one had a song to it. We came out with the first ever jerk song. It was called Jerk, and you could ask Legacy and Ben J. They will both tell you. They've said it themselves. We were the first people to ever come out with a jerk song. Then they dropped theirs. Then we dropped another one. Then they dropped Your Jerk. But they got signed before us. But shout out to them. Because we're all a part of the movement. So
I had a shot of brown, I had a shot of clear. You looking for them real niggas right up over here. Cause I'm cocky as ever, and I walk with a strap. She too sedity for you, she probably talking to us. And if you ain't on your job, then you fired. Cause she just want a nigga that's on her level or higher. Because she got her
own car, own crib, hair done.
We've actually released 2 mixtapes so far. One is the soundcheck, the one we just released is called Backstage Pass. Okay. And we finished the album. The album's ready. Whenever the label gives us the date, it's ready to go. But that doesn't mean we stop making music. Yeah. We have a lot of good music, a lot of great music that we just know. We're not afraid to run out of music. We know we gonna have more music, so we just keep putting out more mixtapes for the fans.
microphone check 2, mic check 1. Gotta click a real niggas in my section. A solid girl with no baggage, I still ain't met one. I see all of you rappers as my stepsons. I called my last girl and told her be my next one. She said pull up on her, touch up on her.
It's just because it's people love anything free, especially anything with quality that's free. And that's what it was. We were just because like you said, the album's finished. We got Soulja Boy in the album, Sammy, B Major. We trying to get this joint with the road. It's crazy. So the album's nuts, but it's we still love working. And when we come across the joint, we're man, let's just put out. We're dropping another mixtape on Halloween. We're probably gonna drop another one on Thanksgiving, then another one on Christmas, and then possibly by then our album will be out. So it's just showing the fans and showing the world that we can really make great music. Yeah. So they don't have high expectations. When the album drops, then we'll meet their expectations, surpass their expectations, and take over the world.
Niggas, shine on them niggas. Shine on, shine on, shine on them niggas. Shine on them niggas. Shine on them niggas. Shine on, shine on. Bad bitches, do you need that? Do you need that? I give it to you if you need that. I got it for you.
Most of it, that's a hard question to answer because the industry and the streets are two totally different things. The industry is very blind to what's hot out here, and we really have our ear to that. So when our label people will come down and see us perform, and they'll be like, how do all these kids know this song? Because we're in tune with the street, really. So in tune with pop culture, I can't really say that so much, but in tune with our crowd and who we appeal to, definitely. And at the same time though, whatever, hot is hot. So whether it's the pop culture, whatever culture, they all grasp to whatever's hot. And that's another reason why we put out mixtapes, because we like experimenting with music. So we'll put out music and we have pop records, we have it all. So like I said, hot is hot, and the people will grasp to whatever they like, and then that'll make the industry grasp to it. Whatever they see the people rocking to, they have no choice but to get behind. That's what happened with our new single, Up and Down, because it was actually denied, and the people loved it. They had no choice.
But it need us if we told you what we did last summer, wouldn't believe us. But my mama said, pray for them niggas that hate. They just wanna be in your place, but them niggas ain't true, cause them niggas ain't real. While I'm them niggas, put on all them chains, and shine on them niggas. Shine on them niggas, shine on them niggas.
I like just entertaining, so I want to just go down there and be in the lady's face. I want them to grab me. I want to grab them if we're not at a school. I want to just have a good time. And so, I mean, I think we both could be.
Yeah, because like if it's a huge, big environment, big old crazy, everybody going crazy, I will jump off the speaker into the crowd and just be with the people.
When it's me alone with a woman on a nice date, with rose petals all around, candles lit, fish on the table, fried.
Bad bitches, do you need that? I got it for you if you need that. Let me know if you need that.
Let it play, let it play. 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 Let it play, let it play.
The Crucial Kids.
The Crucial Kids. There's a
Shout out to the
dance
Crucial
called the
Kids.
Crucial Kids.
They're younger. They're like way younger than us. They're like 15, 16, but they're a choreography crew. And shout out to Lil Daisy. She's like the captain, but they like go everywhere and compete and stuff. But they're like our real friends because we used to crump dance. And they crumb dance, and we were at an event one time. Yeah,
They
show.
was dancing for somebody.
There's someone's backup dancers, and we seen them doing it. We were like, what is that? We need to know what it is. We need to learn it. And we were trying to learn it then, could not learn it for about good 2 weeks.
2 weeks, then we
Practice
got it, it was on.
And once we got it, we took it to like our city, we took it here and there, and we were doing it crazy, but everyone's already doing it. So then, that's when the song came out.
Things that I love, it's a couple things that I don't. My haters tend to be one of them. They hate to see that we on. You looking like you won't say something. You feel it all in your bones. But I suggest you don't, cause this ain't what you want. It's a lot of things that I love. It's a couple things that I don't. My haters tend to be one of them. They hate to see that.
Jay-Z is probably hip-hop's biggest influence right now.
For me,
I agree.
Yeah, like me personally, he's not my influence. I respect artists and people's movements, and if they do what they love and they have a movement and they're actually, great at what they do. He's not one of my favorite rappers, but we respect him because he's who he is and he's done what he's done. Yeah, exactly.
Nigga, build up, we good. We be getting money like we should. Mine click harder than 3 hoods. Catch a nigga sagging on Beachwood. Y'all boys was crack. Deuce line was crack. Evil side was hack. My niggas bout that action. Come and show a nigga what you about. Get money like we never knew we trap. Ain't no head ups if we do it now. We gon' pack everything like we moving out. And we ain't worried about what you got to pop us. All my SQs got the choppers. TTG, no waka flocka. All you gon' hear is a block, cause the thing cock with your brain knock, niggas.
Let me see, 26? Okay, let me think of a rap 26 right now. Wayne has the option to just not make music anymore if he doesn't want to. But he does because that's what he loves to do. That's where I want to be. I need to be like, okay, I love making music. That's why I still do it. And still have enough money, enough compensation, my whole family good, all my bros is good. And we just make music because we love doing it.
Me, I need to be owning lots of stuff. I mean, I want to still be able to make music like Hov does. Like Hov, when he wants to come back and make an album, he can. But I want to be responsible for other artists popping, like Wayne did and like Hov did. Like I want to be managing. I want to be producing. I want to be owning companies. I need to own like 2 McDonald's, a Jack in the Box because I love them tacos there. It needs to be past music for me. I definitely need to go past music and just really.
But I suggest you don't, cause this ain't what you want. Alright, now we gon' do this my way. In your girl where I stay, in her bed where I lay. I've been been in there for like 5 days. I do not care if you like me, just do not come at me sideways. If you do, I'm Big Warren, you better back smoke it. Friday, we the hottest youngins in Cali. I'm Kobe and you wanna foul me at 2-4 and I'm too sure you know my niggas is body. Them young boys in the big.
If anything, this is what I could see us doing. Like what Outkast did, the Speaker Box and the Love Below. It was still an album together, but it was just the individuality of both.
But when we come together, everybody needs to know that nobody is messing with us. When it's time for us to do our thing like that,
that's who my influence is, the Outkast.
Yeah, Outkast, definitely.
Music and good topics. It's a lot of things that I love. It's a couple things that I don't. My haters tend to be one of them. They hate to see that we on. You looking like you won't say something. You feel it all in your bones. But I suggest you don't. Cause this ain't what you want. It's a lot of things that I love. It's a couple things that I don't. My haters
stepping in the right direction. This is what swag is. It's you. Personally, I mean, you gotta have your own individual swag. It means if you could pull off overalls, that's your swag. Our DJ Casanova be wearing some crazy stuff. Crazy, I don't know how he do it, but it's his swag and I can't wear it. So I mean, everybody got their own individual thing. I just love dressing, I love fashion. I like blogging about fashion and looking at all kind of different crazy, I'm gonna be the suit dude. Our name was originally The Push. It stood for Pray Until Something Happens. Literally, the moment we were about to get signed, the night before, everything's perfect, we are happy, Audio Push. You guys have to change your, The Push. You guys have to change your name due to copyrights. We were like, what? And our deal was riding on it. Like, we were almost not even about to get our deal because we could not think of no name.
Are you serious? We had to, what was
because
some
it had
of
to
them that
say
we
push,
just
like
had?
the push team.
Team Push.
It was like crazy crap. But then we had a record on the sound check called Audio Kiss, which is an alternative crazy record. It's about kissing your girl through music. And so we thought about it. Our producer, Sean of Cadence and Sean, he was like, yo, what do you guys think about Audio Push? It's basically you guys touching people through your music.
on the stove, that's that Yola, that's never Thai ramen we cooking. Youngin' from Cali, but rapping like all of them emojis in Brooklyn. You mad cause your chick in my crib and you thought that she never be tookin', but nigga, you dealing with greats. All my niggas go A. I got G's behind me, like the letter H. Man, it's real niggas, no fakes over here. Go getters, no breaks over here. Straight shots, no chase over here. Broke niggas go way over there.
To the world with my real niggas. Yes, Lloyd. Living the life you other.
When we thought about it, it was fly because it's a universal name. Like, people hear and they think we're a rock group. And see us like two little tattoos and they'd be like, what? That's Audio Push? So, I feel like it really worked and it just separates us from a lot of groups and, it's a crazy name. I mean, you hear it and you want to know what it's about.
Early morning smoking, know a nigga living, I don't really care what's it. I'm from way down in the jungle deep and most of my niggas is dead. Every day I avenge my nigga Hawk with these LV shoes I walk. They classify me as a nigga just based off the way I talk. How am I not a living legend? When I rap my way up out the ghetto where if niggas don't know you, they won't say hello and it's gonna be killed. Better keep that metal. Badass Cleveland hoes is grind. Ass done fat but the money on the mind. Long as hair, landlord don't care.
The name of the single was Hear My Call, and the song is about basically you treating somebody, a certain way, and them leaving, coming back.
My heart don't beat as strong since you're not around. Can't sleep, can't even think 'cause you're not here. It's like I'm locked in chains and you're the key to.
Actually, one of my close friends produced it back in Philadelphia. His name's Mathematic.
You're the key to release me. Come release me. Where'd you go? Had my head in the clouds, now I gotta come down now. Where'd you go? Tried to figure this out on my own, but
Well, most of the songs that I have are about, you know, different situations, different relationships wise. And, you know, I like to write records and you know, make songs that people can relate to. When I was little, well, my inspiration is mostly, you know, coming from different relationships, you know, whether it be with friends or girls or my kids. A lot of my influences are like, I listen to a lot of R&B, a lot of old R&B, you know, like Drew Hill, Boyz II Men. I listened to Usher when he first started, when he was coming up. I like this. Tried to figure this out on my own, but I can't. Yeah, well, I'm currently working on stuff now. You know, I'm working with different producers and, you know, trying to get my project together. Well, I'm working on, you know, I got a couple of things laid down for some good ideas, but you know, I like to critique them and, you know, try and get them as good as I think they should be. Well, I think a lot of the concepts that I have vary. So, I mean, out of all the records that I come out with, you know, I at least want one person to be able to feel, you know, a situation from one of them. Can you hear my call? Baby, can you hear my call? Can you hear my call? I mean, everybody's been in a bad relationship or, you know, some kind of relationship, if, you know, whether it's with your boss or a girl or, you know, your mom and dad, kids, whatever. So, I mean, in any situation, you're going to be able to relate to at least one scenario. The reason that people can relate to my music is because I feel like they're real situations, you know, like real things that people have been through.
7 days a week, girl, I got you on my mind. Wanna leave my friends behind. Can't wait till we get the time, 'cause my heart starts beating. Sitting here waiting for you.
I mean, a lot of people think that I'm funny. A lot of people think that I play too much. But you know, I feel like if you got good like good morals and a good heart, then I don't see anything wrong with having fun.
It's too far away. It's the beginning of the week and I'm in the stew recording, trying to finish up this chorus. Can't pick up when you're calling. Oh, yeah. And Wednesday I'm performing, so Tuesday's practice.
I'm from Abington, Pennsylvania. So, well, that's where I was born at. Moved to the mountains for a little bit. in North Pennsylvania, and then moved back to the suburbs. Then when I was 14, I moved to the city, Philly, and that's basically where I did a lot of my growing up.
Try to keep it cool, can't wait for Thursday to breeze my way. Friday's too far away.
I listen to a lot of stuff because my parents they're kind of like hillbillies. They're from the mountains. So they're from like real small towns, country, cold crack, And so they listen to a lot of 80s rock, big hair bands, stuff like that. And but I grew up on that, like a lot of Journey. I listen to Journey a lot. I like them. And then when I got older and I moved closer, to the city, they started playing, R&B, and I didn't start listening to rap till I was like 13.
Monday, Tuesday, thinking about you. Wednesday, I try to keep it cool. Can't wait for Thursday to breeze my way. Friday's too far.
I decided to become a singer and, try and pursue it in the business because, I've sang since I was little. Sang since I was a baby. But, nobody really knew that I could sing till I was about like 20. I used to sing in the shower all the time. But what made me like really want to do it is I was walking with my friend to the store, and I was just singing.
Can't wait for Thursday to breeze my way. Friday's too far away. Monday, Tuesday, thinking about you. Wednesday, I try to keep it cool. Can't wait for Thursday to breeze my way. Friday's too far away.
But yeah, but what made me actually want to do it is like just him telling me that I could, like that he put the thought in my head that maybe, if I took it serious enough that I'd be able to actually make money. And, have a career doing what I like to do, because, I sing all day.
I gotta go somewhere, okay? I'll be back in a couple of days, all right? See you on Friday? All right? All right, I love you.
Not even relate to, just feel good. You know what I mean? Like, I like making feel good music. Because even if you're not going through that, like, you might just like to listen to it. Once in a while, you might know somebody that's going through it. Or, they don't have to necessarily have to relate at that moment. They could just like the record and just like the lyrics and the content.
You got me dead eye. I gotta stay focused. I think about you to keep my eyes from falling. When I don't try, I know you're gonna notice.
Do you play the instrument?
Yeah, I just started playing the guitar. So I've been practicing that, and I'm getting into piano.
You keep me focused. Without you, I'd be hopeless. You keep my eyes from falling. You keep my mind clear. Alarm me that my time's near. You keep my eyes from falling. It's just something about you. I couldn't picture this without you. You keep my eyes from falling.
Not all my projects. I like working with people. I don't like just being like, writing all my own stuff and making all my own records. Like, I'm not like that. I enjoy doing it. It's like a social thing. I like jamming with bands, and I sing, they play.
Freeze. My team need to eat. I got the recipe. It's my cake. I'll eat it too and make sure I give the rest of peace before I rest in peace.
My thoughts doing all kind of running. Stroke of midnight, yeah, my time is coming.
My friend Mathematic. That was a chore. Now he's cool, he's just crazy. So he's like a piano phenomenon since he's been playing since he was little. But you know, just going through just even the process of making a record, it was fun. You know what I mean? Like it was a learning process, and you know, to perfect something and make something perfect.
I know you're gonna notice. Straight and narrow, I know we're gonna make it. Cause you keep my eyes from falling.
You keep me focused. Without you, I'd be hopeless.
Cause you keep my eyes from falling.
You keep my mind.
We actually came up with the music first, with the record, the track, and then kind of fed off that, listened to it, and I was going just for like a certain. I wanted like a hip hop vibe, but you know, more, you know, a singing record.
You got me dead-eyed, I gotta stay focused. I think about you to keep my eyes from falling. When I don't try, I know you're gonna notice. Straight and narrow, I know we're gonna make it. To keep my eyes from falling. You got me dead-eyed, I gotta stay focused. I think about you to keep my eyes.
I came in tonight to get you out of my mind. I'm gonna take what I find. Oh, oh yeah. So open the box. Don't need no key. I'm unlocked, and I won't tell you to stop. Oh, oh yeah. Hey boy, I don't need to know where you've been. All I need to know is you, and no need for talking.
Music has always been my outlet and my way of escape. I mean, at an early age. I think I was born into, you know, I think soul and blues is derived from pain, you know, basically. And as soon as, you know, I was born, I was brought into a household of a lot of abuse that went on and whatnot. So I think around 6 or 7 years old, whenever my mom finally, you know, left my father and got out of, you know, the domestic violence situation that, you know, happened to be in my environment growing up, I was able to really gravitate towards, you know, these amazing blues artists and jazz musicians. There's something that really spoke to me at a really, really young age.
Hey boy, so don't even tell me your name. All I need to know is whose place, and let's get walking.
Just genuine heart and soul in those records that it's so hard to come by today. You know, again, with as far as technology has advanced itself, it's so easy for anyone to kind of be on a record or sing, and with video, you know, back in the day they didn't have videos, they didn't have any of that, you know, kind of stuff that adds to the fluff of some of the music out there. You know, you had to be able to come across on stage or on a record or on the radio. You know, you had to have a voice that touched people, that spoke to people, and I think that still rings true today. make make sure that whatever I'm going for visually, because I'm a very visual artist, you can tell by my videos, and they have specific concepts and real stories that go on in them. I like it to reflect where I'm at musically, and you know, where I'm at right now, this definitely reflects a time period that went along with the, you know, Hollywood glam girls and screen sirens, dating even in further down the line into the 40s and 50s, you know, drawing upon the sexuality of the pinup, you know, back then kind of more tongue-in-cheek and coy and playful about it, rather than super aggressive as I was and just completely strong and empowered in my sexuality as I was in Dirty. But I had to get, you know, from point A to get here to where I'm at now, point B. So I just constantly love it. I love going in new directions, thinking outside of my own safety box and thinking left field into where can I go next and challenge myself as an artist.
Oh yeah, we're moving faster than slow. If you don't know where to go, I'll finish off on my own. Oh yeah, hey boy, I don't need to know where you've been. All I need to know is you, and no need for talking. Hey boy, so don't even tell me your name. All I need to know is who plays, and let's get walking.
A fan of hip-hop, actually, and DJ Premier, listening to some of his stuff with, oh god, he's so classic in his genre, he gets so much respect for what he does. Huge fan of him and what he did with Gang Starr, and that's actually what really made me think that he could go there with me on this record. Executing this whole concept record, and yeah, there are a lot of young people that I don't think are familiar with a lot of the artists that I'd named, or you know, some of the sounds that I'm going for. You know, it's a whole different kind of world of music than it is today. But this is the root of our music that has really paved the way for a lot of artists and a lot of music today. You know, it's the root of blues and jazz and what hip hop is today. You know, it's where it all started, and so I think it's important to kind of bring that back and you know, again, do my own version of it, but at the same time, I think kids can appreciate it in a new way, because you always, you know, you have to find a new way of doing it. You know, the old has been done and is always there to enjoy, but you know, what I'm doing is I'm taking it, and you know, some of the pieces are more modernized, some of it, you know, plays authentically to that old time period. You know, we used certain old vintage microphones, covered them with kind of a ratty cloth to get that gritty, authentic sound that with, as far as technology has advanced itself, you know, everything sounding so crisp, clean, and polished. You know, we wanted to kind of get an authentic sound to old, and that's why on disc 1 we definitely used some of the more obscure samples to get that across, not recreating it with live horns, but on disc 2 you get all of that. So it's the best of both.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I am feeling so small. It was over my head. I know nothing at all.
It was something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to put my own interpretation on a soul record. But, you know, modernizing it in a sense that it would still relate and be, you know, heard by young kids, and they would get to, you know, kind of get where I'm going with it, giving them a bit of old with new, and then some more authentic pieces as well that really go there. But also it was definitely a conscious decision that now is the time. Whenever I was done rapping my last tour, actually I got the idea in the middle of my last tour. I was like, you know what, this is the direction I want to go next. It's time for me to, you know, bring it back to what inspires me, what makes me want to sing, what it is that makes me want to dance, what it is that makes me love and appreciate and do music.
I'm still learning to love, just starting to crawl. Say something, I'm giving up on you.
I definitely like to reflect upon the woman that I've grown into since my last record, you know, because it is. I'm like a sponge. I absorb things very quickly, and being in this business, you get a lot thrown at you very quickly, and you either let it crush you or you learn from it and you go with it. And so that's what I've chosen to do, and that is what I do with each record, and I figure out where I want to go next and how I want it to challenge me, and you know, and I like to, you know, reach in there and speak very genuine on my records, be very vulnerable. And yes, this man in my life, you know, that, you know, we've been together almost 5 years now, actually newlywed as of the past year, but of course I'm going to speak about him on this record, but I wanted to do it in a genuine way. You know, I'm not particularly a fan of any love songs, you know, that love sent from above, yada yada yada, kind of cliche, you know, fluffy love songs.
And I will swallow my pride. You're the one that I love, and I'm saying goodbye.
I met the man that I want to be with for the rest of my life. Let me sing about it and shake my hips to it, like on a song like Ain't No Other Man, and then there's numerous songs, you know, that convey that sort of emotion with a sassy twist to it. But then there's also ones that I get extremely vulnerable with. One song in particular being called Save Me From Myself. It's the only one that's actually, you know, literally dedicated to my husband. Done very vulnerably. The production of it just includes an acoustic guitar and a, you know, string quartet of 4 and a vocal that allows me to sing in a way that I've actually never been heard before on record doing. There's no belting, there's no ad-libs, it's just super real, and there's a few imperfections in the vocal, but that's what I wanted it to come across as, just very honest and genuine.
Christina Aguilera. Oye, mamita, dale, que la cosa está arriba. Reporting live from the tallest building in Tokyo. Long way from them hallways. Filled with O's and oh yeas.
Using elements of blues, jazz, and soul music, I wanted to give it a modernized twist and kind of reinvent music of old, doing my own interpretation of it, paying homage and tribute to those artists and jazz musicians that have inspired me, from Billie Holiday, Pearl Bailey, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Nina Simone, Otis Redding, Ray Charles, you know, the list goes on and on. Etta James, you know, people that I love and adore and have always admired since I was 6 or 7 years old when I was first introduced to that music.
This moment, darling.
One day when my light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I just wanna feel this moment.
You know, he does it in a way that no other quote-unquote, you know, beat maker or producer in the hip-hop world kind of has a knack for. He takes these obscure bits and pieces and samples but reinvents them in a way, you know, rather than taking the slab of a chunk of an old song and putting it on a modern day, you know, beat. You know, he really goes there and tries to reinvent it, and that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to take the easy way out. I didn't want to, you know, do covers of songs that already existed. I really wanted to go in, dive into that world, absorb it, take it in, and then, you know, pay tribute to these people and doing my own interpretation of it.
One day when my light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I just wanna feel this moment.
I'm doing something that changes that for the better. I'm sort of mending my past by taking this chance with the love of my life.
Wing it, honestly. It's like things just fall into place. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's just the fact that I have a guardian angel with me at all times or what, but I've been in the industry for a long time. When I first came on the scene, I was in the group Escape. And I was 16 years old when we first signed to So Def. So it was like, so from then to now, I'm just thankful that I'm still in the entertainment business and that I'm still relevant. Like, I know a lot of people who started out when I started out, and we don't hear from them anymore. We don't know what they're doing or anything. But I've been able to be in front of the camera with the group, to go behind the scenes and behind the camera writing hits for other people. And now it's my turn to be back
in the spotlight
again. So for me, it's just been a blessing. I just have fun and I just do what I like to do. And I do what I enjoy doing, and I hope everybody else likes it.
Soon, and he gon' put my legs to the moon, legs to the moon,
legs to the moon, shout it, legs to the
and we gon' do it all night till the sunlight. It feels so right when he put my legs to the moon, legs to the moon,
legs to the moon, shout it.
When I was in group, we had 3 platinum albums. Then one of my group members decided she wanted to go solo. When she decided she wanted to go solo, we had to kind of like make a way for ourselves. So that's when I started writing, and all the hits started jumping off for the songs I was writing for other people. Okay, I guess things weren't coming together the way that she wanted them to, or they wanted them to in the end. And so it's like, okay, now I want the group to get back together. At that point, I'm like, well, I'm doing something else now. You know what I mean? And it was a lot of unresolved issues between us that I feel like, well, we never really worked out the real problem. So for me, I was just like, I don't know if I want to go back to drama and just all that. Yeah. So I mean, they did talk about, you know, coming back, and they did for a time. I think they were shopping a deal, but they never actually put out another album or something as the group. So.
He never gone long, and when he leave, he calls. Can't wait to get home. You know that I'm ready. And on that Patron, ain't got nothing on. Ain't got nothing on.
Well, Kandi Coded, for one, that's the name of my brand. My entertainment company is called Kandi Coded, and I have a Ustream show called Kandi Coded Nights. And so I just wanted to kind of keep the flow going. But for me, when I think of something that's candy coated, I think it's something that's already good. Yeah. But you're just adding something extra little sweet to it to make it that much better. So that's what I feel like this album is. I feel like it's R&B, and I just added that candy coated touch to it to make it that much better.
That swag off the chain. When we met, I told myself he can get this damn thing. The first time we did it all insane. Boy, we got it poppin'. I ain't talking champagne. No other can replace the way he do that thing.
To me, the song is really, it tells a story in the song. So I just kind of wanted the story to flow, and I wanted to show, obviously, me with a good guy, and of course you have to see the bad guy in the video, but I end up with the good guy. That was the main important thing. But I feel like with this song, a lot of times, you know when you first meet somebody and you're getting in a relationship or whatever, they're doing everything in the beginning to get you, but then when they get you, they treating you like crap. It's like, oh, I got her now.
You're there.
You're there now. And it's like, oh no, boo, I will leave. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, I'll leave.
Take notes.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Legs to the moon.
Legs to the moon, shout it, legs to the moon.
And we gon' do it all night till the sunlight. It feels so right when he put my legs to the moon. Legs to the moon.
Legs to the moon, shout it, legs to the moon.
Okay, I'm on a drug, addicted to love, addicted
This is
to.
my second season. It's the show's third season. I wasn't on the first season. I was the new lady, the new chick, the newbie last year. But now, I'm a vet already in my second year.
But now, on set and off set, there's drama. Do you find that you're the mediator, or you are much rather the spectator when it comes to a lot of situations, or rather you being thrown into a lot of situations that you don't want to be in?
I would say that a lot of times I'm the spectator. I sit back and I kind of like let them do their thing. Every now and then I have to jump in. Okay, let me break up what's going on here. Actually, this season I had to do that. Last season I was actually.
Tell us what.
You gotta watch. You gotta keep watching. I can't tell what's gonna happen in the future. You gotta keep watching. It's gonna get better. It's crazy.
No other can replace the way he do that thing when I put it in his face. He's the best. I'm singing to his tune when he my legs and put him up to the moon.
I hate to see him leave, but I know he will be back soon, and he gon' put my legs to the moon, legs to the moon.
Put your legs to the moon, shout it, legs to the moon.
And we gon' do it all night.
The show is funny because they pick like these real strong personalities to be on a show together, and so when you have that many strong personalities together all the time, you can get some good drama.
Now, you spoke about candy-coated nights. I've heard it can get racy.
It's very racy.
Please tell us.
Candy Coated Nights is a internet talk show that I have, and we talk about sex and relationships, but mostly about sex. And we're very open, and we say some crazy things, and of course it's the internet, so we don't have to bite our tongues at all. We can say whatever, and we do.
The sunlight, it feels so right when he put my legs to the moon, legs to the moon.
Legs to the moon, shout it, legs to the moon.
Okay, I'm on a drug, addicted to love, addicted to the way he put my legs up above. Now I'm seeing stars on another planet. His love taking me to Mars. Work the middle, switch position.
Store called Tags in Atlanta. We're actually celebrating our 1-year anniversary right now. Right now, when the economy is so bad here in the States, I'm just grateful to be able to say that I have a business that's flourishing and is successful.
You're flourishing.
Well, thank you. And it's our 1 year, so we're doing a big party this week, actually.
Middle, switch positions. I'm such a boss, but his love makes me so submissive. He takes his time, so attentive. I do a new trick, just a little incentive to keep him on my team. Got him on some biggie shit, hollering it was all a dream. Then he let me, he know I'm down like no other. A classy, sexy, freaky chick who always keep it gutter. You know, I'm motivated, he's my motivator, and this time's amazing, such a stimulator.
What do I regret? Oh my goodness, I regret last year.
It's not even that far.
Last year, I was on the Wendy Williams show, and I had these cream pants on, and I felt like you could see the camel toe. They were tight. The pants were so tight, and I was like, what made me do that? I don't know what I was thinking, but it wasn't right. Somebody said something to me about it, yeah. So I burned those pants. They will never be seen again.
Stimulator, I'm working in the lagoon and ready, baby. Come and put these legs to the moon.
To see him leave, but I know he'll be back soon, and he gon' put my legs to the moon, legs to the moon.
Put your legs to the moon, shout it, legs to the moon.
And we gon' do it all night to the sunlight.
It's a lot you have to do now. It's funny that you bring that up because it's like you have to have so much going on, for people to keep their attention. And it's not just about the music. I wish that it was just about the music because that would be easy for me, but it's not. So, yeah, I have to keep all these different things going on because right now I feel like this is my time as far as, for my opportunity has come to be able to do my music again. And I want to make the best of it. So I want to keep everybody's attention while I have it so that when this album does come out and the music can finally speak for itself, there needs to be people that around that's going to pay attention and listen. Because a lot of times you may not have your, you can't just depend on your record label to promote you. You have to have your own movement going on. The internet is a great way to promote yourself and everything that you have going on, but you got to constantly work at it. It's not easy. So it's funny because, obviously being in the business, I experienced it before this whole internet scene was even important. Like back when I first started, we just sang and everybody loved the songs.
Get on stage.
Yeah, it was just that. But now it's like way more to it than that. You gotta have your Twitter going, your Facebook, all these different things happening at the same time in order to, keep the buzz going for your music to even be important.
And it really turns me on. He drives me crazy, but he goes way too deep, so far, and I can't take it.
One of my favorites is the song called Me and You, and Neo did that for me. Me too. I love Neo. And it's also, the track is like, they took like the old Outkast Elevators song. They took that track and flipped it and made the song. So the song is so hot to me. But I also really love this song called I Want You. And it's produced by Justice League. And so it's super hot. And, I have this song called Haven't Loved Right. And it's a very emotional, big record. It's super hot. I don't know, I can keep going on. Like
I know. I could let you go on.
I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love how he takes control. I love it, I love it, I love everything he does, even when it's uncomfortable. So hold my legs up to the sky.
No, to be honest with you, it's like I stacked the deck this time because a lot of times you see artists, they only have one song that's hot, 2 songs that's hot. No, my goal with this album was to make an album that you can listen to the whole thing and be like, this album is crazy.
But I know he'll be back soon, and he gon' put my legs to the moon, legs to the moon,
legs to the moon, shout it, legs to the moon.
and we gon' do it all night to the sunlight. It feels so right when he put my legs to the moon, legs to the moon,
legs to the moon, shout it, legs to the moon.
I'm so flexible, and he likes to see it. He loves to put my